Right, we're live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Highlanders channel. We are here for round 6 of Super Rugby Pacific and 3 matches back to back. I'm very excited for these games as this first one is a rematch of the Super Rugby Trans-Tasman final. 8 minutes away from this game getting underway. Then after that, we got the game between the Crusaders and the Chiefs, the rematch of Super Rugby Aotearoa's final. And then I follow that game, it will be the Reds versus Waratahs, which should also be a very entertaining fixture. But this is the way that the table sits as we are currently sitting in round 6. So the Brumbies still undefeated. They had a very close game up against the Western Force last night. There was only a 1-point thriller and the most points in a first half of rugby between two Australian sides that we have ever seen in Super Rugby. So that was a massive occasion for that one. End score 39 points to 38. It went right down to the wire. I do see that the Zoo is back for this matchup in Dunedin, which is pretty awesome to see as we are able to have crowds for the first time in quite a while here in New Zealand. The second team in this table, the Reds, and then also down there, the Blues in 7th. They won't be too happy with that. The Highlanders, they'll be a lot less happy with where they are sitting. They are currently the only side in the whole competition who are unable to have had a defeat or have a win on the board, I should say, but this could be the game changer. Possibly switches it around for the Highlanders. And also we've got that hey from Henry Samuel. Hey, howdy, hey, I hope you're well. And it says, Katie, I certainly am. I'm excited. My voice is starting to disappear already. We've got 3 matches and then also some rugby or cricket later on tonight. So hopefully it does stick around. I was like, hey, says Henry Samuel, welcome in. And also, hello, how are you? And there says Paddy Wagon. But currently have won 5 of their last 6 Super Rugby matches versus the Highlanders. That is the stat for the Blues. And also they are 70% chance of being able to make their way through with a win after this. Any Six Nations this weekend, Katie? And also we've got their much love sister. How's everything been going? So I think that is a question mark in between, possibly, if I'm not wrong. But we have got the Women's Six Nations that is actually coming up. So I'll probably end up watching that alongside all the other matches that we have got on tonight. Like there's so much happening in this in this world of sport. That's what I was trying to say today, brother. Just sipping on a ginger beer and about to have a cone and have some rugby. Says Katie Dixon there, and also Highlanders suck. And this is Henry Samuel for that one. A little bit of trash talk before the game, I guess. We're going to have to wait and see how they go. But this is the lineup that the Highlanders have got for this matchup. Daniel Leonard-Brown, Liam Coleman, and Jermaine Ainsley make up the front row. Malachi Selby-Rickett and Josh Dixon as the 4-5. And then after that, Shannon Frizzell, James Lynch's, and then Marino Makali too. They are the loose forward trio that the Highlanders have gone with. Aaron Smith there at number 9, Mitch Hunter 10, then Scott Gregory and Fatuli Paya. They will be making up the midfield. Mosisi Dawai. And alongside that, we have got Natunani Ponavai, Sam Gilbert there for the Highlanders at fullback. So a pretty strong lineup for the man. And also White. And there says Richard Brown. And also we have got there, love it, having a good time for rugby. And then also we have got there, and you've got the game tomorrow you're calling. And there, that is true. Although I did hear that George now apparently isn't available for the first game, unfortunately. So that makes it a little bit tricky. So I'm not too sure whether or not he will be coming around for the second or not, because he has to watch the farm for that stage. And also, Chair Hamish, welcome in. No, I hope you're doing well, mate, and hope you are excited for 2 matches on New Zealand Super Rugby. And then after that, we have got the next game that has taken place. That will be the Reds taking on the Waratahs. And hey, howdy, hey, brother, there's like a billion games on tomorrow. My brain can't handle it. I sent out to my brain and also after Landers. And then I know I'm a Hurricanes fan, but well done by Moana Pacific. It says Henry Samuel. Yeah, their first win up against the Hurricanes or anyone in the Super Rugby competition. This is the lineup for the Blues. They will want to add another win to this season because they've been, I guess you could call it, they've been struggling just a tad at times with working out what the massive plan is for that backline, because they've got all the talent in the world, but it just hasn't quite linked together the way that they would like it to. Yeah, Alpha Tonga Fasi, Kurt Eklund, and Marcel Renata as the front row. So Tonga Fasi normally on the tight head side will move to loose head for this matchup. James Tucker and Josh Goodhue as the 4-5. Tom Robertson, Dalton Babali, and Hoskins Atutu is the other man who will be in that 4-pack. Sam Knock and Bowden Barrett as the 19 combo. Barrett's going to need a big game here up against the Highlanders. Then Heem and Rico Ioane as the midfield. Mark Talia, Caleb Clark out on the wings, and Zahn Sullivan, the youngster with a good boot. He'll be slotting in there at number 15. And then these are the reserves as well for anyone who is wondering. And also, Hamish, how did I play yesterday? Was I impressive enough to get an All Black jumper in there, says Aiden. I assume you're talking Aiden Ross. No, Aiden Ross didn't play yesterday, did he? Who are you talking about, Aiden? Do you let me know? And also, we've got there, to be honest. How did the Canes not win And there says Henry Samuel, I think it was they went a little bit too attacking. They were really just trying to get themselves over the line multiple times, going for the line out rather than the three. I think they turned down about 8 kickable threes, and also captain Highlanders. It is Aaron Smith for this match, Lottie, and hope you are doing well. Early morning in South Africa for yourself, but I hope you are excited. Because I know she's calling game tomorrow. My team's playing in it on Sunday. And it says Robert, and also we've got there. Aiden played yesterday in it there. Which Aiden Morgan, I think we are talking. Aiden did pretty well in his first match up. And also the Canes need Bowden Barrett back. And there says Sam Henry and ABB. And there, yep, Bowden Barrett, he's going to be ready to go for this game. And he will be important off the bench. They've got a couple new names there for the Blues, such as it is going to be Funaki and also Corey Evans there at number 22. But the cool calm collected customer and Stephen Petafeta there at number 23. If they do need him, Vilamone Karoi swaps back from his 7th circuit, come back into the Highlanders lineup. And they have also gone with that extra forward. And they forgot about the Saturday games here. So yes, that's the thing. There's that much sport, rugby, everything on in general. Like, if I didn't have a schedule written down of what games are when, I would have no idea. Like, the IPL starts tonight. And I would have thought it was about 3 weeks away a couple of days ago. So luckily I got that all written down. But other than that, my brain is scrambled. It is just completely sport. Yeah, not complaining one bit, because we have got plenty of matches coming up. And also, yes, we need Bowden Barrett back. Dan Blues took him in there. There's Paddy Wagon and Dab Katie show us how it's done as well. Says Aiden, and also what time do the Reds kick off versus Waratahs. That will be a 9:45 p.m. kickoff for that match. Currently, the Zoo, they are back in attendance. I know that we had a couple people who said that they were going to this game, but now the Blues making their way out in their away kit. Nice light, kind of a white with a couple little patches of diamond blue, I guess you could say, at the top side. I don't even know how you describe that. Are you doing the IPL tonight? I am considering it, although it does overlap with URC, so I think I still got a couple big decisions to make overall with what way to go for those ones, and I'm ready for the weekend. Says Katie Dixon there as well, but Caleb Clark making their way out there. The Zoo, it might not quite be as packed as it normally is, but it's just pretty much a whole heap of people compressed into one area of the stadium. Bowden Barrett, 133 matches in Super Rugby. He'll be excited, and also it just brings a new atmosphere being able to have a crowd at the game. They will be rearing to go. I'm sorry, I keep missing the cricket. No worries at all. We have had, I guess that's the thing, when it's like 8 hours or so, it's completely understandable if you guys do want to skip that. I mean, Bowden Barrett chose her girlfriend over the Canes, and there's Sam. I mean, it's one of those ones that he's his wife now, isn't she? So he's probably done the right decision in the end, I would say. So you got to think about your family, not just for yourself. And I feel like they are the kind of players who normally become superstars, are the ones who not just concentrate just on the game, but also what's happening off it, and try and really, that's a big crowd there for the Highlanders. Liam Coleman making his way out there. He's got a smile on his face. And I feel like it's been a long time coming. 2020, I believe, was the last time we had the crowds at Forsyth Barr. And he's got 2 NRL strings tomorrow. And he's on Broncos versus Cowboys and Manly versus Bulldogs. That is if George is available for both, though. If not, then we'll probably only do the one that George is available for, just to kind of save the vocal cords a little bit. And Katie George, we'll be back tomorrow. That's awesome. And there, fingers crossed. He's just told me he can't do the first live stream about 30 minutes ago. And I was like, yeah, they have the cutest baby. She's a doll. And there says Katie Dixon. But Mike Fraser, he will be in charge of this one. I'm quickly going to move this screen over to here so that we can see it in the right place. We'll go like this. We'll go like that as well. But the crowd, they're excited for this game. And like they've said, it sounds like 7,000 or 8,000, and there's already a man who's just pulled the fingers straight at the camera. Isn't that nice? Welcome back, crowd. And also the Highlanders won't win another Super Rugby until I'm like 20 or 19. And there's Al. And also the George emoji. It's George's birthday soon too. It is. Geez, you know your stuff, Katie. 3 days away till his birthday. But that's going to be kicked off now. The Highlanders going to be able to take it nicely. And now straight away, Hoskins, he's trying to hold it up in the maul, but he doesn't realize that you're not really allowed to do that off the kickoff, or else it will just be back into the hands of the Highlanders anyway. But now dropping their head at Smarino. In fact, it's Shannon Frizzell with the headgear on today. It's Champions League time in the NA, Big George. And there's says Paddy Wagon, but now Aaron Smith, 25 metres out from the line, about to go for that box kick. He is known for, gets plenty of height on it. And it's going back for a penalty to the Blues for offside. So this could be an easy 3 if they want it here for the Blues. And also, Katie is a stalk, everyone. And there says Aiden, I think she's just got a very good memory overall. I think I mentioned that about 6 months ago, but it is, actually, never mind. His birthday's on the same day as my sister's, remember, and her name is the same as his dog, Maggie. That is the reasoning. I just remembered. Well, I only remember because you said it, but that makes sense of why you've been able to remember, and that's how I remember. See, that's the thing with my friend group. I normally have a nice little easy system to remember because I know that George is 1 week after Isaac. Isaac is on the same day as Daniel, but just a different month. And then if you take away one of the numbers from Daniel's, and then that's mine. Makes sense if I told you the dates. But yeah, this one, it's the last friend group birthday till December, which is unfortunate. But yeah, it will be about a midweek birthday for George. I got him some magnets. He already knows that because he was very excited when he saw them. Bowden Barrett lines it up, gets it over. And the Blues, they are going to be leading this game now 3-0 up against the Highlanders. The crowd, they're not too happy with that one. I don't think it also, it's birthday season. And there says Katie Dixon. But currently the crowd, like they're saying, I think they had about 8,000 or so in attendance for this game, which is pretty awesome that they've been able to have such a crowd at this game. As, I mean, at the end of the day, you don't really want to have no atmosphere. And when's my birthday, Katie? And there, as I says 8 in there. I'm glad you asked Katie for that one. Mine's easy. Just think at the end of the second holidays. And there, as I says, Betty, taken nicely by Bowden Barrett. Gives it off to Zahn Sullivan on the left boot, and he does kick it downfield. Does find touch with a long kick. They take the quick throw there for Natonani Punavai. Off to Mitch Hunt now. Taking the line back off to Punavai. Tries to run straight over the top of Caleb Clark, but he has been dragged down. You see my video? I have not. I haven't watched YouTube in about 3 weeks at this stage, unfortunately. And Irish is December 3rd, almost. Actually, that makes... I'll allow it because for you, it will be like over here when it's your time zones. But yeah, the second for that one. And also, will Highlanders get the first W? Who do you go for? I mean, the Blues, they should be able to win this game. But the thing is, Forsyth Barr with a crowd is certainly going to really amp the Highlanders up here. Yes, they've given away the early 3 points, but that was probably pretty unlucky. And G'day back from the 10 tournament, 1-2, lost 2. And then didn't make the finals, ready for a good game of rugby. And yeah, we've got 3 in a row. Nice offload off to Masisi Tawai. Dragged down by Bowden Barrett on the 22. Still available here. They've got the advantage now here for the Highlanders. So they could have the easy 3 if they do end up wanting it. That's going to be another advantage. I believe that's 2 advantages in a row. Dropping the head there, Josh Dixon. Good phase play here for the Highlanders, up to 8 in a row. Sam Gilbert, the fullback, joining the line. So I think he wants to be the first receiver to go back. Guess when my birthday, I have given a hint. The second holidays. See, I have no idea when the first holidays or second holidays are. Is that like school time for those ones? Yours is end of July. And there's Robert. And also we have got who's going to score the first try. I would say I'll go Natonani Punavai. Probably not a name that a lot of people would have said, just because it's quite a tricky one to say. But I'll go with them. Good afternoon. Not staying long, heading off to the Chiefs game, says Novmum, and you'll be excited for that one, of course. What is your score prediction before you go? Novmum, do let me know. And also, Bowden Barrett, yes, school. And there, as I says, Patty, see, I haven't been to school in a wee while. So I think Robert might be on the right track with the July side of things. I can't even remember when school holidays were. I know that we used to go back at the end of January. Other than that, not too sure. And also mine are the same day as Curtis Rona's in there. And also for this game, says Novmum, for the Chiefs. I mean, this game as well, but also Chiefs versus Crusaders. Will they get the job done? And have you got a Chiefs kit? That's a big question. We'll have to look around, see if we can see in the crowd, perhaps, that match. But currently now, Mitch Hunt about to line up this kick. A lot of people in attendance for this game are waiting for him to strike this one. 30th of July, and Hamish, when's my birthday as well, says Aiden. It is at some stage during the year. There you go. 5 minutes into this game here. Mitch Hunt lining up the kick. Misses it. Goes away to the left. Disappointing crowd for an afternoon rugby game in March, to be honest. And there says David, although I don't believe they're allowed too many more in attendance than they've actually got. I think they're pretty much packed for the amount that they're allowed. If I'm not wrong there. Let's go Blues. And there says Troy, and currently 3 points to 0 up. Bowden Barrett going for the 22 dropout. And also Little off. And it is, says Petty. That one's kicked downfield. Nicely taken by big Gareth Evans, who steams forward. Jeez, he's got some pace there, but he's been wrestled down by Ofa Tonga Fasi with a very good tackle made. Now, Natonani Punavai. Nice carry forward. In fact, it might have been for Tuli Paya. Gets that Gary Marcel Renata back up to his feet. Steals the ball clean. Brilliant work from the big tie air prop. Now, Knock goes back across Hoskins. A 2-2 straightens. Throws it over the top like he was. The hooker now on the outside out to Mark Talia. Good cover defense from Mosisi Dawai. Ball on the inside. Just Sullivan tries to go straight over the top of Mitch Humper. Now 15 metres out. Rico Ioane plays halfback. Cross to Hoskins, a 2-2. Now Knock going back across to Eklund. Now almost dropped, but I think he's just been able to hang on to that one nicely. Now Mark Talia is going to be wrestled down. Finds the offload up to Bowden. Barrett juggles that. He's knocked it on. And now the Highlanders have got this ball back on the 22. Aaron Smith back to the short side. It's gone through the hands of Liam Coleman. Pressure on him. And they've got another advantage. I would have thought they'd almost go back for the scrum there, but they've just been able to hang on to it. It annoys me how they've gone all conservative and go for goal so early on. Here's David there, but that has got a little knock on. And now it is going back for the Highlanders. This one, 25-20 or 28-25 to the Blues in the Chiefs game. 32-28 to the Chiefs, of course. Will be wearing a pink bat shirt. There we go. So we'll see whether or not we can see you in the crowd. Do you know whereabouts you're sitting around the region? And 21st of July, Penny Wagon there, and 20th of July, Hire is there. As Go Highlanders says, Reed, and also Beautiful or Beauty Diffs need to have a good game in there, says Do. So yeah, if the Highlanders can win this game, like it would be huge for them. Whereas the Blues, they definitely want this game. And I'm in the USA. I don't know a diggity dong about the holidays of New Zealand as well. And Bodie definitely needs a good game. Yeah, he does. And if he does have a good game, I feel like the Blues get the victory. If he doesn't shine in that back line, it's going to be a lot closer. 915 kgs for the Blues back compared to the 897 of the Highlanders. Go the Blues. And there says Carlos as well. It's kind of turned a little bit in the scrum, but they're going to be all right. I know, well done. So it is the 21st of July. And there's, I wouldn't know that is the end of the holidays. Now, Aaron Smith kicks it high. Looking for the touchline. Caleb Clark leaves it alone. Oh, he wants it to go right back to where he kicked it from, but it is not the case. And also almost a halfway line out, or line on Weld side. Halfway line on, okay, I don't know my ground that well. Is that the far side, like where the camera looks, or is that the near side where we don't really see? And also you're going to stream Women's Six Nations tomorrow. I'll probably end up watching it, but unfortunately I don't think we'll be able to stream it with the other games that are taking place at the same time. And Katie's a ghost, as she knows everyone's birthday, but nobody knows hers. Hamish, can I get, or can you get me the side banter Kenyan from you and George for my birthday? And there says Aiden, I mean, just take a can of Fanta off George. Even when he's finished it, I feel like that's like his baby, you know? You don't want to take it off him. Be like adoption in that case. And also, have you heard of Abba? Says Carlos, that now it's going to be Caleb Clark, first receiver, 40 metres out from the line there. Now Knock fires it back to Bowden Barrett, putting up the box kick high. Mark Talia trying to line this one up, but it's not going to be easy. Definitely with the reflection of the roof. It's bounced up for Tuli Paya. And now the Highlanders know it's been stripped. Now Josh Goodhue jumps on the ball. Gareth Evans unable to turn it over. Now going back across, Tucker off to Rico Ioane. He's actually got a little bit of something on his head. I think it is a strap of some sort. Now Caleb Clark accelerates on the inside. He's going to be gone. And Caleb Clark scores the first try of the match, does a roll with it as well, and the Blues take the lead. And also got my birthday's at the beginning of January, brother. Now there as well. But Caleb Clark, he's just accelerated, stepped on the inside. That was giving us those vibes from 2020 when he was in the All Blacks for the first time. But the Blues try scorers, we are going to add his name, and it is none other than Caleb Clark, who scores it in the 9th minute of the game as well. But it was ripped away on the breakdown. And from there, they were just able to keep on going. Oh, nice. Sounds good. I'm looking forward to partying hard with Katie. And there as well, says Aiden. And also, side the camera is pointing towards, so I would be looking at the players coming out. Okay. So maybe, who knows, maybe we'll see it. Is the Pink Bats shirt completely pink, or is it like just a Pink Bats logo in the middle? And also, let's go, says the Uso there. And also the Zoo is back, boys. Says a full fix. And yeah, it is looking very nice. And now Barrett's kicking it straight into the Zoo at this stage. Someone's going to get smacked with the ball. And also, Hamish, if you were to listen to Emma, what song would it be? It's a tricky one. I feel like one of them's probably in the playlist that I have got somewhere along the lines. And also thank you, says Carlos. And also we've got, just chilling. Hope you're well too. And also hold a poster up saying, check out QLED's YouTube channel. Now, we don't want too much promotion at the ground. They might kick her out. They would also want to be friends for this live stream or not. It is Carlos. That was nicely done by Caleb Clark. 11 minutes in. Had the most line breaks in Super Rugby Pacific. In fact, he has the most line breaks. That surprises me because he's been pretty quiet, I thought, overall. But I guess he's been doing a lot in terms of off the ball. But the Zoo, they are loving it at this stage. There is quite a large crowd for this game. And now they are ready to kick off once again. And also, you might get a sponsor. And this is Robert as well. Now kicked off. Nicely taken by James Tucker. I think was Cece Dawai trying to tackle him. And now he's been wrestled off the ball by Kurt Eklund. I was considering having a bit of a push and a shove with James Lynch's as well. I think tensions are running high for this matchup, but 10-0 currently for the Blues. Sitting very nicely. And also, Amish today, Triple H announces from WWE and wrestling, or retirement, I believe that would be, for WWE and wrestling due to serious heart issues. So, yeah, it's probably about, I guess, it's probably expected about this time just because of what had happened prior. So, yeah, hope he is all right, though. And also, wait, are we the one who asked me for my email? He was. I did it. How are you doing today, Robert? This is Carlos, and also we've got that Hamish will twerk for us if the Blues win by 20-plus points. That is not a guarantee. That's not even a close guarantee at this stage, but I'm looking forward to the game. I'll give Carlos you in there as well, says Robert. Okay, the Highlanders, they're making quite a few mistakes early on. That was a little knock on the ground, I guess it was. And there as well. There's Carlos, but now thank you, Hamish, you lads. And there's says Katie. 40 metres out from the line near the Blues. And they have got another scrum. They've got a dangerous forward back. Hoskins Satutu off the back. Can make metres. They've actually got the second highest win percentage in the scrums. And they've won 6 penalties against the opposition at scrum time. Mark Talia trying to wrestle his way forward. Still going forward. As well, 45 metres out. And also we've got there, Cullen has said, who do you want to win? Go the Blues. And there as well. And at the moment, I feel like the Blues, they are definitely the favourites going into this game. I'm going to thank you. Have you heard of it ever? And he says Carlos are now passing it off. Nicely run for Josh Dixon. He's actually lost his headgear. I swear he had it on earlier on in the match. Now he has disappeared. I can get your email address, sister. And there's says Aiden also, that's what I thought. And there's says Katie, that ball's knocked on again. Luckily, though, there was an earlier knock-on from the Blues, but the Highlanders, their handling errors have been not so impressive throughout the early stages of this match. It seems to be a very rough situation currently for them. But Tom Robinson, the big man, he's a dangerous individual as well. Big Red, as he is known in the rugby community, certainly is a dangerous runner of the ball. He was so close to getting the All Blacks call-up, but just ended up missing out, I have a feeling. Like, if they pick one or two more flankers, I'd say he would have got in there. Robert, they just shown that try once again of Caleb Clark. As soon as he had a little tiny bit of space, he made it turn into even more space by just smashing his way straight through the defense. And also, do you know the Foo Fighters are the band? I do. I can't remember any of these songs though, but I know of them. I've probably listened to one of their songs recently, but I can't think of what it would be called, unfortunately. Like all ever songs, favorite would have to be SOS or Fernando. And this is Robert now. Aaron Smith kicking it in behind with the grubber. It looks like it's going into touch. Yes, it does. Zahn Sullivan decides against going for it quickly, and Caleb Clark scored the first try. And there's he certainly did. So yeah, Caleb Clark was able to get himself one. Did I write? Oh yeah, I did. Okay, never mind. Sorry, I thought it was like the wickets for the cricket. How I forgot to write the name. And also we have got there. Can you show the game, please? Unfortunately, due to licensing, if I was to show any match footage or audio or anything along those lines, it would end up getting taken down by YouTube. So sadly, we're unable to show it, but I do recommend Super Rugby. That is one of the YouTube channels that you can watch the highlights for this game in as well. And also, that the member David Grawl was with Nevada. And there says Robert, and also Jack is in the chat. Welcome in, mate. Hope you're doing well and nice. And have you heard this song, People Need Love? And there says Karloff, now ball going back across here. Now Stock Gregory, he's got space. Flick on the inside, nicely done. Straight into the hands of Fatuli Paya, wrestled down by Sullivan. The Highlanders currently on hot attack once again. It's going to be Liam Coltman wrestled down backwards in through the side. I think that was for Hoskins Satutu, and it's going to be the penalty. The one and all Highlanders lose. There's a chance, but they will also be fighting hard throughout that. And then Drummer died. Just no. And there Zelsi's gets to the best. That's no good for them there. And also we have got the speaking while hearing the commentary, says Ryan, I am, although I can't actually hear the commentary due to how loud I talk. So pretty much I've got my eardrums on just to hear when like the TMO and whatnot is discussing what's going on, like explaining what's happening for a foul or a yellow card or anything like that. So that's normally the best way to do it. Like I can slightly hear Justin Marshall, but I literally couldn't tell you what he's saying because I just keep on talking. It does a yes, says Carlos. Oh, sorry, yes, Carlos. Says Robert there as well. And also I'm at Mexically at the moment. I hope you are enjoying your day of work. I hope it is all going smoothly for you. But 16 minutes into this game at the moment, the Blues, they are up by 10. The Highlanders, they have currently got another opportunity. They're actually taking on the 3 points. I don't necessarily agree with this. Mexicali, fresh Riccarton Christchurch in there. I guess it's just to give them some confidence. Get another kick over for Mitch Hunt, and then maybe it helps build them up to the next one. But currently, Shannon Frizzell, he's also lost the headgear. I think everyone was wearing headgear, and then they're like, it's just too hot. So we'll just take it all off. Currently, probably around 18 to 20 degrees Celsius. Yeah, and also we have got there who's the MVP so far. I mean, it's still very early on, but I'd say Caleb Clark because he scored that try, Mitch Hunt. He's got that one over, and now the score, it is going to be 10 points to 3 here. So the Highlanders just getting themselves a little bit further back into this game. And also go Highlanders, says Kishan there. And also I started my shift. And there's us, says Jack. So hopefully you do have a good day. We're at 17 minutes in. 7 points difference between the two sides. And the Highlanders, they are the home side, so they will have to make sure that they do work hard. Dalton Papali's actually grown quite the beard. He doesn't normally have one. Papali, I swear that's taken him like 2 weeks to grow it. Sam Gilbert needs a big performance here at number 15. Taken nicely by Gareth Evans. Well-timed tackle by Caleb Clark. No putting him under pressure. So, yeah, definitely Caleb Clark. With something like, I don't feel like working. And, yeah, unfortunately, though, it's one of those ones, working's a necessary evil. You got to do it. And then afterwards, at least you've got the chance of being able, to chill out after finishing work. That one's going to be taken nicely by Zahn Sullivan. Takes it above his head. A very nice take. Now going through. Mark Dalia now driving his way forward. And also we've got there, can show the replay after they score, please. That will be what the highlights on the Super Rugby channel will be shown. But yeah, pretty much any match footage or audio, even a couple seconds, we will get taken off YouTube and banned from streaming for 3 months. Mark Dalia's foot was in touch there. Was Can't Do It Brother channel gets the band hammer in there. And also Highlanders will win. Or will go on to win. And also we'll get there, they just kicked a penalty under the road as well. Mark Talia just bursting his way through the tackle. Dangerous with his acceleration. Love your live stream donation. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for doing these amazing live streams. No worries at all. We've got plenty more coming. Super Rugby. Also, the IPL just around the corner. The NRL over on the Kiwi Lad Sport channel. Be sure to check that out. I love the zoo. And there as well says Jack. Yeah, they will be loving the fact that they're back at the ground for this matchup. But now trying to get this rolling more going forward. Liam Coltman. It's not really moving though. For them at this point in time, has to fire it back to Aaron Smith in the pocket. And now does kick it downfield, 40 meters out. Now they'll line out here for the Blues. And also under the roof, says Jack. Oh, that one, but yeah, Forsyth Barr. It's one of those ones that, like, once you've got a lot of people in there, the atmosphere is just insane. I bought some new shoes, and there says Jack. So hopefully they are doing their job, and they won't make your feet too sore. I know normally when you get new shoes, they can be a bit rough on the heels for a start. So hopefully you get used to them relatively quickly. Eckler now about to throw this one in. Does go to the middle. Nicely taken by Josh Goodhue. Back to Mark Talia, now first receiver, and Heem does get hit pretty hard in a tackle by James Lynchus. And also Shannon Frizzell, who's having a bit of a wrestle there with Hoskins. I do Bowden Barrett. He's been able to wrestle the ball back. But Tuli Pai made the tackle on him. Kick downfield from Zahn Sullivan. There's a lot of space. And I believe it's Caleb Clark chasing after that one. Now kick downfield from Mitch Hunt. It hasn't gone into touch. So now it's going to be the Blues with a good counter-attack and play. Bowden Barrett tries to go straight through the gap. He is dragged down nicely. I believe there was James Lynchus. Now Tom Robinson. Ball on the inside. Off to Mark Talia. The Highlanders probably just missing a few too many tackles in the early stages of this match. Knock going back now to Josh Goodhue. And they are continuing Go phase after phase, almost up to 5 now. Zahn Sullivan actually joining the line, which is an interesting choice. That's going to be close. No, they've given away the advantage now by the looks of it for the Highlanders. Now Sam Knock goes back off at Tuangafasi. In fact, it's Renato. I'm so used to seeing Tuangafasi at 3 for the Highlanders, or sorry, for the Blues. Bowden Barrett, little chip and chase. Yeah, Rico Ioane going to be chasing after it. They're going back for the penalty. And what team are you going for tonight? Hamish between the Chiefs and the Crusaders, says Carlos. It's going to be a good game either way. But I have that suspicion that the Crusaders, they don't like losing. And that's why they're going to go out absolutely firing at the FMG Stadium. But it's whether or not the Chiefs can handle that pressure. And Jack's supporting the Crusaders. And that's over. Now they're going to be taking on the shot. And can I get it? Oh, yeah. There's not a huge Hoya, but just a little one. Oh, yeah, there. But penalties conceded 2 for both of these sides throughout the early stages. The Blues, they will once again go for the 3 points. Dalton Papali, the captain, he's been doing pretty well at his captaincy. Nachi all day, baby. And then there as well, says Paddy Wagon. But yeah, they've got a decent chance of being able to go on and win that one, the Chiefs. And if they have 2 wins over the Crusaders, that will certainly hurt the Crusaders' confidence if they come up against them in the quarters, the semis, anywhere along the lines. Now Barrett, they're lining up this kick. He's been kicked pretty well, 2 out of 2. 22 meters out, 100% accuracy. And also I'm sorting my shift, or starting my shift now. See you soon, see you later. And also Blues easy game. And this is part 2 for this game. So what's the score prediction for that one? Part 2, do let me know. Currently, Bowden Barrett's got another one, and it's 13 points now to 3 for the Blues. So they have got themselves a nice 10-point lead here in this game. But yeah, if they get themselves, I mean, a bonus point would be absolutely huge for them at this stage. And also we've got the King go the Blues. And there's Cullen as well. Yeah, at the moment they're going very nicely. Caleb Clark, the lone try scorer in this match. The Highlanders, I don't believe they've even had an opportunity that's had them get within the 22, really. I think Mosisi Dawai's run was probably the best one of the bunch. But they do need a little bit more attacking position in this game if they want any chance of being able to beat them 22-8. And there says Patu God for that one as well. Now charging his way forward there, Bryce Heem. See, I would have thought the Blues would have a little bit more perhaps on the scoreboard than the 22 and not 10 instead. And also Wade Bowden Barrett can kick goals as well. He's got 3 from 3 so far, which is a lot better than last year, I guess is the way to look at it. One's gone into touch. Sam Gilbert decides against going for the throw. There's a lot of Sams out there. We've got Sam Knock. We've got Sam Gilbert. There's normally a Sam Derry, but he's coming off the bench. And also, Jamie, how are you, mates? He's tracking down and doing very well. Excited. And also very happy to see that we got to see a result in that match last night between the Australians and the Pakistan cricket team. It was good to see Australia get a few wickets in a row as well, just because it made the test match a lot better. And now on the halfway line, Liam Coltman going to roll his way forward, waiting for it at the back is Aaron Smith. If he does decide to use it, which he does now, decide that he wants to put up the box kick. 45 out, Scott Gregory, and also Mosisi Dawai trying to line it up, taken beautifully by Bowden Barrett. Uncontested for that one, so was able to take it relatively with ease. Therefore, Bowden Barrett dropping the head there. It's going to be big. Kurt Eklund, he's also lost the strapping. Everyone has just lost everything at this stage. I think the only player who's still got his strapping on for the Blues is actually Rico Ioane. And then there's also the number 4, James Tucker, still got the headgear. Everyone else seems to just be dropping it and leaving it off. And now Mitch Hunt got to attack and run. He smacks sideways, though, by big Tom Robinson. How much is Rugby Challenge Ball online? I believe, if I'm not wrong, the game is still about 80 New Zealand dollars. They don't seem to put it down in price at any stage, which sucks because it would be quite nice to be able to have more people playing it. But they just always have it as full price. In fact, I'm going to have a look. I bet you it's on special now that I've said that. Rugby Challenge, no, it's still $80. So yeah, it hasn't really gone down. Rugby Challenge 3 is more expensive. It's 85, which is weird. And there's also we've got the King say the Highlanders are going to lose. And there says Cullen, although the last time that I did something like that, the side that I said was going to lose actually won. So I mean, I could if you like, but it may mean that the Blues get defeated. Have to wait and see. Might be reverse psychology. And also over there, thank you. And there says part two. But yeah, I think Rugby 22 has been on special a little bit more recently. But the problem is that doesn't have Super Rugby, which is probably the one that you want to play. And also, at least I've got the All Blacks, though. So you've got some Super Rugby guys in there. Currently 25 minutes through this game. It is 13 points to the Blues, 3 to the Highlanders. And a game that seems like the position is well and truly in favour of the Blues. Also territory, they seem to be dominating. Okay, Justin Marshall's actually just given the Highlanders a bit of a tip there. He said, are you going to keep on kicking the ball towards the back three when they've got such a dangerous back three? Now, Hoskins, the 2D, is waiting for it at the back. And also, can I get a moan? Nah. But now 45 metres out for the line. Now Hoskins, the 2D, goes back across into the hands of Rieko Ioane. Bit of pace there. Good tackle in by Fatuli Pai's opposite number, marking up very nicely. But 25 metres out now from the line here for the Blues. Knock goes back to Satutu. I didn't quite find the pop pass. They've got another advantage there for the Blues. Barrett going back across here. Bryceem, Mark Daly, a great step around Mosisi Dawai. He juggles the ball though. And also it was the end result. The end result was surprising. I expected a draw. And then, they just, like that last session, I think we did about an hour-long live stream. And like Bubba Razam's wicket, I think, just changed the whole game. Because as soon as he went out, everyone else just followed. And then there were like 5 wickets in 40 minutes. And it was like, yep, the game's over. Which, I mean, you'd have to say that was probably the result from the second test that Australia should have gotten anyway. I just hope that the West Indies-England game also gets a result for that last one. It seems like both sides getting bowled out for relatively low totals at the moment. There's always one teammate who holds all the strapping from the team kit bag, as us as Warriors fan. At this stage, I think it's Rieko Ioane around the head anyway. I think Kurt Eklund normally has some. He hasn't got any. Oh, that was not good for Mark Daly. What happens? Oh, he wasn't touched. I thought someone might have gotten a little bit of a hand on him or something, but he literally just fumbled the ball himself. And who do you reckon the fastest Super Rugby player is? You're probably looking at someone along the lines of, it's a tricky one. You've probably got Rieko Ioane right up there. Caleb Clark, when he gets going quickly, that's going to be rough here for the Highlanders. But instead now they've been able to create a good opportunity here. And it's like brain fart. And there's Alice revealed. Now kick downfield from Aaron Smith. Good kick down to the halfway line. And also, what is your favourite Super Rugby team? I always struggle to pick a favourite. I love watching all the New Zealand sides, love watching the Australian sides as well. So I'd go, if I had to pick an absolute favourite, I like the Hurricanes kit the most, but then that's probably not the best way of judging a side is for, I like their kit, so that's who I go for. It's probably more of the case of maybe the Chiefs. I think I like the Chiefs the most, just because I have got a kit from one of you guys. Jeez, that was a big shot there from Natunani. In fact, it was Fatuli Pai. Now Bryceem going back across to Caleb Clark, fending off Mosisi Dawai. Hoskins Atutu, he stayed down. Currently, Josh Goodhue holding in. I think that was Scott Gregory having a bit of a cuddle with him. Hoskins Atutu, he's made his way back up to his feet. Now joining the breakdown, Beauden Barrett, first receiver, pop pass off to Alpha Toingafasi, another handling error. You'd think it was slippery out there, but now Aaron Smith out into the hands of it will be the quick, elusive Mitch Hunt going almost straight up the middle, but 40 metres out now from their own line here, the Highlanders, and this game has just propelled itself to fifth gear. Now off to Shannon Brazil, but a space. Scott Gregory steps on the inside, needed to link up with the pass though, but instead avoided Mosisi Dawai. Round the side now, big Daniel Leonard Brown. Stay him in their way forward nicely. Don't worry, Amish. That's what I used to do. And this is Alice revealed. That one, but currently now only a few meters out from the 22. Alpha Toingafasi almost getting the turnover. Now James Lynch just trying to drive his way forward. Dalton Pabali able to wrestle him down. It's good face play, though, for the Highlanders. They're up to 7 in a row now. Scott Gregory, a little juggle. I almost jinxed him. But he has been able to do very nicely to regather that one for taking the contact. Liam Coleman back across on the inside. Almost. Okay, Kurt Eklund, I feel like that was very close to him giving away the penalty. Aaron Smith now going back across to Manakai Selby Rickett here. Still going to be available. Now off to Shannon Frizzell. Fends off Hoskins Atutu. 25 out. They are still persisting with this attack. Off to Jermaine Ainsley. He just ended up looking like he was a slip and slide there, just slipping over. And now Mitchum, wide cutout pass. Out into the hands of Fatuli Pai. Flicks it out the back. It will be going back for the initial penalty for offside, though. The Highlanders almost able to get through. Beauden Barrett wanted the ball. And Nani Punavai says, it's ours. Right. I would like to think that they would go for more than the 3 here. Because they're just playing catch-up currently. And Okay, they're going for the shot by the looks of it. Yes, they are. Okay, so that will put them back to just a 7-point deficit. But the tricky thing is if they give away a penalty down the other end, then that's normally the problem. And then it just goes back to the same points differential that we got now because it's 10 points currently, which is doable, but it's going to be tricky for us. You show us your setup. At this stage, my setup consists of about 10 bucket hats on a stack. Very good one. Overall, just in case I do need water off time still on, says the referee. He's not too happy with someone at the moment, but yeah, it's just pretty much, it's about as stock standard of a setup as you can get. It's a webcam, screen, microphone. It's the way that it goes at this stage, but the microphone, or sorry, not the microphone, the water boys, they're just trying to get the water out onto the field. Currently now 31 minutes into this game, and Mitch Hunt is looking to convert this one. Okay, like they're saying there, a lot of the guys for the Blues have just come back from actually recovering from COVID. So because of that, I think Justin Marshall was saying you got to show them a little bit of compassion because they will be pretty gassed out. But that is going over there, and the score is going to be 6 points to the Highlanders and 13. And also we've got their sweet bucket hats. Yeah, there's quite a few. I was wearing a bucket hat every time there was an over without a wicket on day 4 of the test match, and it got quite high because there were no wickets fallen. Now, Hoskins Tutu did end up. Okay, he's still all right. I thought he was looking a little bit rough early on. No water break. Damn, I'll be dead as well in there, says Alice revealed. Yeah, definitely because like the gas tank is one thing that they do say gets hit extremely hard. Caleb Clark, he looks like he's going to be running all day if he's lucky. Ball's going to be available here for the Blues. No, it's not. Okay, penalty for getting hit in the ear, I believe. Okay, penalty against Caleb Clark for taking the man out in the air. And it is a penalty to the Highlanders. Right. So a little bit of confusion there. And also, can you show us your favourite hat, please? I would say favourite hat. Well, that's a tricky one. I quite like the stock standard smiley hat. You know, just because everything, you know, unless you turn it upside down, then they're all sad. Other than that, if it's up the right way, everyone's happy enough. That's probably the easiest one. Also, it's got yellow on it, and I feel like you guys know by now that yellow is just the colour that I have a lot of things of. And I was like, hi, dude, and there's CCP. Welcome into the live stream, mate. Hope you're doing well. Do let me know who you think will be able to win this game. So Caleb Clark, he went up for it. Oh, he's a bit unlucky because he actually ends up sitting on the head of James Lynch's, which kind of ended up with him losing his balance. And also Highlanders need to score a try now. And the SS get to the best they certainly do. And now big run forward here from Fatuli Pai. Good bit of crash ball. Smith now back to Scott Gregory. If they can get themselves another advantage, Aaron Smith milking it is what the ref says from there. The worst thing is he almost ended up knocking it on there, Aaron Smith. And IQ as I woke up today doing 3 live streams, Rugby 7s, but all not going to be happening. And there's says Brandon Mosisi Dawai driven backwards. Good tackle there from Kurt Eklund. And also it was off Tonga Fussy. Ball bounces out the side. Sam little knock on there, I believe. But it is going to be kicked way downfield. And it is play on. It's going back now. Okay, offside making the tackle. And I believe the Blues have now got themselves a penalty. Big hit, says William Brown, right in the rib cage as well, sending him backwards. And that one, do you know why, says Brandon? I assume maybe, for reasons that I haven't live streamed, it's normally either tiredness, Wi-Fi, or something along those lines. But it was a big hit from Mofa Tonga Fussy and Kurt Eklund, both generating pure power right into the midsection of Mosisi Dawai. There was nowhere for him to go there. Definitely not when you try and run straight at a front row. Like, not a good idea. Also, COVID as well, says Brandon there. And that tackle. And there says Alice, yeah, they got him pretty good. But good kick downfield from Bowden Barrett now, 25 metres out. And it is going to be another line out for the Highlanders. Well, sorry, for the Blues, I should say there. But currently only 7 points difference between these two sides. 1 try. And it was Caleb Clark who was able to score it. Other than that, we've been close a couple times for the Blues. The Highlanders, I think they've only had 1 real attacking opportunity where they've got their way through, but now taken nicely by Josh Goodyear. And also, can you do your rugby game career videos? And there says Cullen, we are actually looking at a different career mode coming up relatively soon. Hopefully I do get round to it. And normally the big thing at the moment is as soon as the weekend's over, my voice is gone, unfortunately. So I pretty much have no vocal cord left for other videos, but hopefully we can do it within the next few weeks. We've got a couple ideas for a different career mode. And also, hello, the chat from Your Demise. Welcome in. Dropped again by Mark Tilley. I think he was looking where he was going to be running rather than looking at where he needs to go. Aaron Smith flings it on the inside. Marakai Selby Rickett waits for that one to pop up. Jermaine Ainsley now charging forward. I believe they're still, if they got the advantage, no, it's gone away. Shannon Frizzell, good pass on the inside. Another chuckle there from Sam Gilbert. The advantage is over. It's become a rolling maul. Someone's feet, I think Fatuli Pai ended up taking out a man underneath. And now because of it, it is going to be the scrum feed for the Blues on the 22. I've got Bowden Barrett was on the field. And there's us, says Ellis. And also question 14 today. And also the Blues score next. It'll be hard for the Highlanders to win. It certainly will be. Even if they get themselves a 3-pointer, I feel like the Highlanders will continue to play that catch-up. But Mark Tilley, he saw Mosisi Dawai lining him up. And from there, unfortunately, just ended up having the handle, or the handling error, I should say. And also, who was the front runner for All Blacks left wing spot? I would argue at this stage, the thing is, I think they'll go George Bridge because that's what Ian Foster will want to do. But for me, you're probably looking at someone like a Clark, maybe Faina, Nuku, Rayasi, one of those young guys. Give them an opportunity, see what they can do on the side. Unless they decide to switch Rico Ioane out to that left wing, which is also what I feel Foster might consider. But, yeah, I'd like to see one of those explosive, quick wingers like Caleb Clark trying to make his way back into the All Blacks. Quite cool to see. And question one is going to be best Far Cry game. And yeah, I mean, from the past, I'd say Far Cry 6 is doing the job pretty nicely. Okay, so I think it was actually he was picked up underneath by Fatuli Pai, who picks up a leg, drops him out. That might turn into a penalty. Well, like I say, and how long to halftime? We've still got another 7 minutes or so till we get to that halftime, and also who you picking to win. I think the Blues will be able to get the job done. A great win for the Lions earlier. It was indeed try after try in the later stages, wasn't that? And I think it was over. Who were they playing? The Ospreys, wasn't it? Okay, time is on. 36 minutes through this first half, so still another 4 minutes now. The Highlanders. Okay, someone's leg got lifted in the maul, which in this case was actually Josh Dixon. Now, kicking it for the touchline here. Bowden Barrett, I like this from the Blues. They've decided rather than just going for 3-pointers, let's see whether or not we can get ourselves the full 7. And also Talia has got power 8 fingers in there, says Alice revealed in 38 to 30, or 39 to 38. Of course, that was the game between the Brumbies and the Western Force. What a game it was as well. Extremely close, but 5 meters out from the line now. Kurt Eklund about to throw this one in for the Blues. I've got almost, in fact, they've got their whole 4 back here. Oh, they've been told that they got to throw it. I think there was just a bit of miscommunication in the rolling maul almost, or before the ball was thrown in. But now sitting at the back for Kurt Eklund, 5 meters out from the line. Very nicely set here for the Blues. And this is looking very good. He's gone round the side there, Liam Coleman. The thing is, though, with him still hanging on to it, this could almost end up being a yellow card for Liam Coleman. They've got the penalty advantage, so the ball's going to get killed off. And that will be the penalty there to the Blues. 5 meters out from the line, Liam Coleman. He went round the side, then grabbed onto the ball and would not let it go. Okay, 5 white. So that's actually Josh Goodhue, who is going off for the HIA after his hard landing off the rolling maul. But Liam Coleman penalised, but he's probably safe to try, and he hasn't ended up with a yellow card. So he's done all right there as well. And Josh Goodhue at the moment, he will be going off the field. I believe now Sam Derry will be making his way out there. So that's another Sam. Now Liam Coleman. Now saying he's gone in through the side there to shut down Eklund. Although you'd have to argue that if he didn't go around the side, would they have made their way over the try line perhaps? But it's going to be the scrum now for them. Left wing is a bit of a concern, but right wing is not a problem at all. Will Jordan can play there for years. Says, let's go. That is true. And worst comes to worst. I mean, that's the thing. Worst comes to worst sounds like I'm being very harsh, but you still got the likes of Sever Reese out on that right wing. Who else have we got at the moment? I can go on that side. I mean, he'll probably try playing Geordie Barrett there, and I hope he doesn't. I feel like he's better at fullback. Who else we got on the right wing? Other than Reece and Jordan. There's one other guy who I feel like the fact that I can't remember him really annoys me. That one, but currently now 5 meters out for the line here for the Blues. And they look like they are about to go for some sort of set piece, or maybe Hoskins to do straight off the back of the scrum here, depending on how it goes. Now, Sam Knock looks like he is going to be rolling this one back. It's available for him. Hoskins to Tudu. Tries to break off the side. Aaron Smith trying to cause a bit of damage. Bowden Barrett for the corner. And Bowden Barrett scores it. And that is going to be the try for the Blues. And also Savia. Julian. Oh, are you saying Julian Savia? Out on that wing, I guess. We'll go like that. Bowden Barrett, he was one-on-one with his defender, went round him, and the Blues score themselves another try there. We will go like that. We will go like that. And hey, how's it going? Welcome in, Steve. Hope you're doing well, mate. And also, what are you thinking with the test match? England, West Indies. West Indies losing a lot of wickets now. Have they just kind of done the complete opposite of what happened in the first two? And also just made it a very good bowling surface, I guess. And as hello, says Yosh, welcome into the live stream. William has said try time as well. Bowden Barrett, they were unable to stop him on the blind side. Slides over and scores himself the try. And also, can you read my messages? Brendan, a new update on Bloods vs Zombies today. They went down at 8 p.m. today, so I was going to be live streaming on YouTube. As I'm there, currently now from about 35 out on the angle, I'd say. I just say 26 tries in Super Rugby. Very impressive. Remember now lining up this one from the touchline, and also we have got their Flazes. And there's Highlanders have lost, and yeah, he can come back. And this is Ellison, also Highlanders, says Kishan. Well, that one, 42 meters out. It's even longer than I anticipated for this kick. But 10 seconds left in this half. He's got a bit of a cut on the chin there, Bowden Barrett. He's got 10 seconds to kick this one over. He's not wasting time, though. Strikes it, goes away to the side. And that will be... Is that the end of the half? No, I think they've still got time. Do they? Now there's the siren. So they've still got a little bit of time. They'll have one more set. One phase, 29 meters gain, 16 seconds with the ball in hand, and Bowden Barrett goes over for his first try, I believe, of this year. And today, IPL start, and now 1.11. Goodbye updates, says Brandon, in that one as well. But currently now the ball has been kicked high. Well, CC Dawai is bouncing around all over the place. I think that hit everything but anyone's hand, so there was no knock on. Now kicked him behind, looking for the touchline, although not the best play because Bowden Barrett will just kick it into touch, and that will be halftime. And also we have got there, what do the Highlanders need to win? And there says gets to the best. I assume that's what do the Highlanders need to do to win, and I would say they need to go with a bit more attacking urgency. The way that they've played currently slightly reminds me of what we normally see from the Rebels. And that kind of side of it is when you've got the opportunity to go for either the 3 or the 7 up against the Blues, you got to try and take on the 7. But they've gone for the 3 multiple times, and now the Blues are now sitting with a very nice lead of 12 points. It could be a lot more than that, though, depending on how it goes for the second half. And also, give you lads, Reese asked you if you like Barbie dolls as well. I mean, I don't have any Barbie dolls. I used to have WWE wrestling figures, if they kind of count slightly. It's unreal. I'm hoping we can wipe out the deficit without losing any wickets, but I really don't know what to say anymore. Bowlers are doing everything, bowling and batting on both sides, says Sebastian. Yeah, it's weird because the bowlers are the ones who are keeping both sides in the game, not just with the ball in hand, which is normally weird, like to say the least. And also cheer Blues Brothers. And there's says, Anaru, welcome in, mate. And do let me know your score prediction for this match. And also, how many do the Blues have to win before Hamish twerks for us? They have to win by 100. And I want to go Blues. And this is inked up. And also, we have got there, I think Jordan is better fullback than Geordie, only by just. I love to see Jordan at fullback for the All Blacks, says Matty. And the great news about Will Jordan is he's got such a long time to just develop his whole game. Like whether he wants to go down the fullback track, whether he wants to be a winger. Tell you what, even if he wanted to transition to centre, even though that wouldn't be a good idea, don't do it, Will Jordan. But if he wanted to, he's got plenty of time to be able to learn the ropes and all those positions type thing. I see he's got a bright future, probably, I'd say, 10 years in the All Blacks kit, as long as injuries don't allow him to go any shorter. And also go with Blues Nation. This is those don't go Blues, says Reed. And also Blues Clues, says Alice, and 50-13. Says inked up for the prediction of the score. Okay, so you're giving the Highlanders another try, but then you're saying the Blues pour it on in that second half and just go for it. And the big thing here is if the Highlanders take on any more 3-pointers, that would be unfortunate because they really do need the try. Is Katie already gone already? And he says, I don't know. I think it is a weird time of the night, though, over there in the US. So it is probably understandable. And Hamilton is hardly a city. And he says, Alice revealed, and also we have got there, I'll take it as it comes, but bloody hell, there's a reason for these, or for which the two sides are the bottom nations in the WTC World Test Championship. Are you excited for the IPL tonight? Sebastian, do let me know. I'm still on the fence of whether it's URC or IPL. I think it would depend on how the voice is going. IPL is probably easier on the vocal cords because it's slightly shorter, or not really shorter, but it's slightly slower talking. And also, like, if I did the URC, I'll probably do all 3 games. So that would be 6 hours compared to the 3.5 that we would have for the IPL. But I'm still in between who's playing. As I said, is that for the, I assume that's for the IPL? Oh, in the IPL. So it is going to be the Chennai Super Kings and the Kolkata Knight Riders. The two sides who are going to be playing off in that first game. Quite a few Kiwis in those sides. Devon Conway, he is hopefully going to be playing in the matchup. And also, when will the good Highlanders winger be back? I don't know how to spell his name, so I assume you are talking about Jonah Nariki, I would think, maybe. And if that is the case, he is probably still another, I want to say a couple months away, unfortunately. Quite a serious injury. And Chennai versus Kolkata, last season's final in the year. What a way to start the season, eh? With a nice old final. Need to get updates about creative mode. And also, when will the good Highland? Oh, no, I read that one. There's Anye. And this is Cats of the Beast. But yeah, Jonah Nariki still out for a little while. I remember in that first game of the Bunnings NBC for Otago, they lost him. They lost Theo Tompkinson. They lost Josh Ioane. And also, I think Liam Coltman got an injury. They lost about 4 players all in one go for that very first match, which just really hit them hard. Because Theo Tompkinson, also another player who's not back yet for them due to injury. Pori Parkinson, another name that ticks into that box. So, yeah, it's an interesting one. I was just listening to an ad of Ashley and Martin as well. We had quite a few of them. And it was a guy with a whole heap of hair that wanted to regrow his hair, which I was very confused about because, yeah, kind of a medium one, isn't it? Currently now we are just waiting for the second half to get back under. And also, he's sponsored by Bunnings. Hamish says, Alice, I am not, but I do go to Bunnings every once in a while. Who knows, maybe one day Bunnings will want to throw us a nice, I guess, pretty much like if they give us a free pass to have a sausage sizzle sausage anytime we want, I would take it every day of the week. Even though I think those ones are normally separate from them. So probably we would still pay for the sausage. So I guess it would just be the same as normal. Caleb Clark, they're showing the acceleration of that man. Very dangerous when he does get a bit of space in it. But we will go back to the match page. Here we go. We got some stats for you guys for the first half. And currently the tries 2 apiece for the Blues. If they get one more, they do have that bonus point as we currently sit possession 50-50, territory 50-50 almost as well here. And time in opposition 22. The Blues have spent 4 minutes 20 compared to the 1 minute 50. Finch and Cummins are in the Knight Riders team. They certainly are. And 5 line breaks for the Blues compared to the 1 of the Highlanders. So it just shows the Highlanders, even though they've had some ball, they haven't been able to do too much with it. Penalties conceded, they've given away 6 compared to the 4 that we have seen for the Blues in this game as well. Lineouts 1, they've had a few overall for the Blues, 12 from 12, I believe it is. And also you would take a sausage any day of the week. That sounds sexual and erotic. And yeah, it does, doesn't it? A Bunnings snag is what I was referring to. I should clarify. That Cummins won't be playing tonight, will he? Nah, he's still in Australia. So I don't think, he's still in the Pakistan one, even though he's trying to walk away to side. And also, what did I walk in on? And I was like, welcome in, Jay. Here's the best in there for that one. Offloads 5 for the Blues. So they've been throwing it around a little bit more. There was a ute that just drove behind the commentators. They almost got run over. That wouldn't have been ideal. But Bowden Barrett is currently kicked 3 from 4 from Zelda. I says Ellie, welcome in. The lights down GSM, I think. And there as well says Jay. But Bowden Barrett, 13 points, 5 carries, 28 meters gained, and 3 defenders beaten for him there. And all Frog Crazy and here, welcome in, mate, as well. But do let me know, ladies and gentlemen, who's going to win this matchup? Can the Blues continue to build and get themselves maybe a bonus point victory, or will it be the Highlanders who can change the fact that they are the only side who hasn't actually won a game at this point in time in Super Rugby? It's a little bit unfortunate for them. And also, what time does it start? Says Cats are the best. So we've probably got ourselves another 4 or 5 minutes till the second half does get underway. Normally, it's a little bit quicker in New Zealand than it is in Australia. We seem to have about 5 minutes less over here than they do over there. But currently, I believe this is actually the culture round, isn't it? For round 6. That's why Moana Pacifica had their nice kit on. Or is it next round? No, I think it is this round. Normally, I thought a lot of the sides were going to have fancier kits than just their home kits, and ASIP and they go crazy in there. Jeez, it was Sebastian as well. But currently, they are saying how accurate the Highlanders do need to be in the second half. They've missed quite a few opportunities, unfortunately, and they were just dropping the ball a bit too easily, which does cause some problems. And Hurricanes are useless. And there as well says inked up. Yeah, they did end up losing it. I'm so confused who's going to win tonight in the IPL. And there, Hamish, help me out. I have no idea, mate. And stop betting on things. This is my best bit of advice. Because definitely, if you don't know who's playing in the games, if you don't know who's going to win it because of like not knowing the squads, that's the worst thing to bet on, because then you're just leaving it to fate. And more than likely, fate will just hit you in the face. That's life advice for your children. Oh, that's because New Zealand is more fitter. That's why they need less time, says Alison. Also, we've got the Sebastian. I should probably go to the pub. The Savo might throw 50 on the Chiefs. Should I or shouldn't I? I'll check what the odds are. But it's that game I'm concerned, because it's very close on the odds, but it depends on what Chiefs side we see and what Crusaders side we see. Because the Chiefs, they've got potential. Okay, they're $1.90 underdogs compared to the Crusaders paying $1.82. So it's literally a pick'em game. I don't know. About 100 on the Chiefs. This is Aiden also. Ali, how's everything been going? It's been a while since Aiden also. We've got the Sebastian O'Bowl as well, bro. Do it, says Alice. For that one. I mean, at the end of the day, it's about as close to a 50-50 game as we've had throughout the competition, other than I think Western Force versus Rebels. And Crusaders will be mad, so I wouldn't do it. That's why I'm concerned. I think the Crusaders are going to come out firing, but it's whether or not they come out firing in a way that is structured, or whether they just go guns blazing and see what they can do. And Ari, and all is good, all is good. I'm watching everybody else thrive as an English cricket fan. And there is us, says Sebastian. Yeah, it's a tricky one. Highlanders currently paying $10. It is, yeah, and yeah, I think I'll go well. How about yourself? And lately, and then Crusaders haven't been playing that well lately, which is why they are not huge favourites. But that's also why normally the Crusaders just do well, don't they? I mean, a better option. Am I about to say this? I don't know whether I should or not. Better option if you're going for a price type thing. Same price, roughly, / a little bit more, is for a certain player to score a try in the match. Maybe you could look at one of the Crusaders' back line. I don't know. It's a tricky one. Because, I mean, that's the thing. Every game now I'm questioning my logic behind it because of Moana Pacifica Hurricanes. Like, that game's just messed with my mind in terms of a team who were paying $16 to win, won. And that just makes my brain hurt. Because it's like, what other games are we going to have and play it safe and just drink it? Then you think, this is, I'll drink it then. So, I mean, it's an option. Drinking is a good option. Well, actually, that's terrible life advice. Drink responsibly, kids, overall. But what other options do you have over there? Do you have like certain try scorers? I assume you do, overall. I would say if you want to spend 10, maybe Will Jordan to score, but only 10. Only 10, because I don't want to be like the guy who loses your money. That would be what I would go for. I've been stressed out this week, but I mean, good. Is that because of all the betting, Aiden, or because of the other stuff? And I was like, yes, it's crazy NZ. Oh, that one as well. Yeah, maybe. Or in fact, if you're going to put a tenner on, you might. No, this is terrible life advice. I was going to say, if you're going to put a tenner on, you might as well back a loose forward. Ethan Blackhead as a score. It's always sunny when you're pissed. And then I was like, yeah, we do. About who's going to score a try? What about Reese? And so I don't know how much time they're going to give him. Drinking water isn't a great option. Yes, Amish. That's what you mean, Dave. That is, yes. Although water's free in a lot of locations, I guess. But drinking Fanta, other than the fact that it's sugary, it's all good. And hi from Venezuela. Welcome in, Alberto. I hope you're doing well, mate. Currently, it's a tricky one to try and predict this game for the second half. And even harder to predict is Chiefs versus Crusaders. That is for sure. What way is it going to go? That is the big question. The other stuff that's been going on in life, what we have discussed, there's Aiden as well. Currently now, only a couple of minutes till we get back underway for this game. Someone who had a very good first half was Caleb Clark. And alongside him, I would say, as another player, Bowden Barrett did quite nicely as well. I think we'll see or NTM play from both teams. I don't think it will be a walkover for the Chiefs, but it will be close, says JT. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a good game of rugby. And there's just something in my mind that's saying it's going to be another thriller. Going down $100 on the Chiefs with some bourbon and Coke together. And there says Aiden. There you go, eh? Got to get that bourbon. I feel like that kind of is to calm the nerves, isn't it? Overall, that's the thing. Like, if I had like $1 on a game, I would be sweating flat out going, geez, this is not good. This is not good. So I can't imagine putting 100 on. 100 cents for me is my limit. If I was to ever bet, that man's dyed his beard blue. That is commitment. She's dyed her hair blue. Nicely done. He's got a Blues bucket hat. I've got a bucket hat, just not for the Blues, unfortunately. But currently, they're just trying to work out who's going to score a try in the second half. And I'm doing the same thing because it seems like it's not too far away for either side, but I can't quite work out who's going to score. You know, there's just that little part of me that thinks maybe someone in the back line. Rieko Ioane's been very quiet. Maybe he gets an opportunity, try and put himself over the line. And someone say Coke as well. Only the Coke. That is, of course, the drink side of it. And also, we've got that kind of cocaine in there, says Sebastian, for that one. Yeah, it sounds kind of bad, doesn't it? In that regard, why is Coke? Like, why did they decide? Oh, no, I guess that's kind of human nature as well, that we did shorten the word, isn't it? I was going to say, why would you name a drink after a drug? But then, like, didn't it used to have it in it? Is that what that was? Or have I got that around the wrong way? Every $1 you put on a game, I'll put 100 on starting from next weekend. Deal, because I don't bet on games. So that sounds good. Sounds like a good plan, Aiden. So, yeah, we'll do that from now on, eh? Yeah, I don't really bet. I haven't bet on anything in a long time. I get a bonus bet every once in a while, which is very nice of the TAB. And they're just like, hey, who's going to win? And I'm like, hey, I have no idea, but I'll put $1 on and hope for the best. And then they never score, sadly. But, you know, it's all right overall. But now, 18 points to 6, like they're saying here in this game. It's an important fixture for both of these sides. Coca-Cola, you guys come down. There's Aiden, but now we're ready to go for the second half. Caleb brings the element of fear and instinct, much like his old mate or old man makes him deceiving. And they're exactly right. And when he just steps and goes, like he's gone. There you go. He's off. That's Caleb Clark. And also they name the drug or the drink after the drug because of the drug used to be in the drink. And that was taken nicely there by Zahn Sullivan. Wrestled hard in the first bit of contact. They're trying to hold this one up. It's going to be a rolling maul. But the thing is, that's still going to be the ball on the side of the... Hang on. I thought the rule was if you end up off a kickoff, or maybe it's not off a kickoff, maybe it's just off a kick in general. You aren't able to hold them up for that one. And also, retired war veteran created Coke. Just some useless info for you. How do you create Coke? Wait, as in like the drink or the drug? Like, I can't, like, do you like, because I know that I feel like I don't know what I can say on YouTube. So I kept on stopping myself before I get myself in trouble. I was going to say, I know of different ways that you can make other ones, but I don't know how you make it. The drink, okay. That saves me for that one. And also, wait, they're cocaine and Coca-Cola. Now I'm concerned. No, it used to be. And that makes sense. You need to take the edge off after those years in the army. And Caleb looks hungry for the AB's number 11 jersey. He certainly does. Looking ready to go. It's a big push there from the Blues, but the Highlanders now good attack and run from, I believe it was Fatuli Pye, crash ball and at the line. Kurt Eklund stuck underneath the breakdown. He looks like he might be a little bit hurt. Yes, he is. Kurt Eklund, he stayed down. Now going around the side, Scott Gregory continuing to drive forward. Gareth Evans around the side. Kurt Eklund does not look in a good way currently. And like they're saying, it's concerning because it was head contact. They're going around him here. Fatuli Pye on the outside. Natunani Pornavai gives it off to James Lynches. Tries to step, drops the ball. Any score predictions? I would say for this one, you're probably looking at the Blues by 10 as my guess. But Kurt Eklund, oh, hang on. It might be Bowden Barrett. I thought it was I thought it was Kurt Eklund who was down, but it was actually Bowden Barrett who did stay down there. Oh, I think he got crushed and he ended up with the elbow of Fatuli Paya straight on the chin. It was advertised as a miracle medical cure if you drink it. Here's Jay, but Bowden Barrett, he's back up to his feet, but it took him a little while. I think he's going to have to go off for an HIA, though. No Harry Plummer off the bench for him. And it's going to be instead Stephen Pitafeta, who makes his way out there. Yeah, I thought that was Kurt Eklund. They look quite similar, him and Bowden Barrett, except I guess Kurt Eklund's just a little bit shorter and, I guess, in the most polite way possible, a bit stockier in the way that he is built. Currently, I am just going like this and like this. I'm just going to see what other information I can get for you guys to do with this match. Caleb Clark, he's been playing very well. He scored a try. Same with Bowden Barrett, but now he is off the field. And the Blues, for me, in this game, this is going to be a tricky one for the later stages of this match because the Highlanders are still in this game. They haven't given up, and they do need to find a way of really pushing themselves, pushing the pace. Is that why Coca-Cola is so expensive? Maybe. Maybe it started off as one, although I guess it depends on the market, doesn't it? Like maybe it used to be a lot cheaper to produce. Maybe. I don't know. I know nothing about, is it narcotics? Is that the word? I think it isn't compared to the other drinks. Freedom Vahakolo. He's on Highlanders debut. He's actually been added into the side. He wasn't initially in the Super Rugby side, but I assume due to injuries that he has been brought in. And Jay, I strongly, I believe Carlton Dry is a great medical cure. And there's Carlton Dry. I've heard good things about it. Overall, and they removed the hood coke, Aiden, no worries. And there's now big scrum there. The Highlanders win the penalty. Please, please, please go for the line out. Like, you'll be 9 points behind if you take the 3 on, and it's not an easy kick. Kick it for the corner and stop mucking around. Yes, they are doing it. And also, we've got their contraband in there. And also, we've got their old truck. And I thought the same about Whiskey, mate. I was wrong. And there says Jay, but now 5 meters out from the line. Alpha Toanga Fussy. He got a big smile on his face at the moment here. Big Toanga Fussy. They waited for the ball. Hoskins at 2-2, unable to grab that one as his hands. As the penalty. And now 5 meters out, the line out throw here. I realize mine still says that it's halftime, doesn't it? There we go. And now it's going to be nicely taken here. Liam Coleman waiting for this ball at the back. The Highlanders trying to roll just a little bit further forward. 43 minutes through this game. Still plenty of time. It's not really going anywhere here for the Highlanders as of this current moment. Still trying to get it. They've been told to use the ball. Breaking off the back there, Liam Coleman. Trying to get himself a little bit closer to the line through the side. It's an advantage there. And the Blues, I believe it's offside. That's dangerous to be stealing the ball like that. Aaron Smith thinks about taking it quickly. They decide against it in the end, though. But James Tucker gets himself penalised. So that one penalties conceded. 6 by the Highlanders, 5 for the Blues. Okay. They're going for the line out once again now. They do need to make sure that they get this one right with Liam Coleman. Normally, last year, the rolling ball was the bread and butter of the Highlanders. They had Ash Dixon propelling it at the back. Same with Hawke's Bay. Anywhere that man is playing at the back seems to be so important for it. Jay, my only concern is one day I'll turn out like Grego. And there's he's trucking. I still don't know completely who Grego is. I know that he's a YouTuber, isn't he? I haven't watched any of Grego's stuff as of yet. And now nice rolling more here for the Highlanders. Getting it going forward. Kind of shuffling sideways as if the Highlanders fall back have all become crabs, I guess you could say at this point. So they are literally going straight sideways. Now, Aaron Smith, the ball's going to be available for him at the back. Caleb Clark waiting to rush up the Islanders. Now, Aaron Smith goes back. Nice short pass. Doesn't find the link up there for Vahakolo, and because of it, Mark Talia over the ball has been able to turn it over. Trucking, I don't think he would turn out as bad as him. And should I drop the link, says Sebastian? I mean, it would be useful because then I can see what you guys are talking about. Whereas I'll tell you what, drop it on Discord, Sebastian, if you like. Now firing the ball back. Once again, driving their way forward here. Firing the ball back. It'll be kicked out by Stephen Petafeta. I've just loaded up YouTube, right? And it's got like another Super Rugby live stream recommended to me. But the person who's done the thumbnail, like, I know that they do the cricket more than anything. Like, it's I think they're an Indian YouTube channel. They've got a picture of one of the women's Blues players as their thumbnail because she does look masculine, I guess you could say, but he's actually put her as the thumbnail. But now Mosisi Tawai, good run forward here for the Highlanders now. Now I'm back across the Aaron Smith. Mitch Hunt tries to pierce the gap. Slippery little man he is. Now James Lee just goes across and also Seb Nozu Greco is in there. And also RJ, I hope not. And also Amos Sean Stevenson back. He is indeed for that match. He is at number 14 for the upcoming fixture. But Hoskins to do straight through the middle. Tried to grab Smith there. Jermaine Ainsley getting closer to the line now. Now doing very nicely. And there. And also definitely a racist. And there, as I said, Ellis revealed. Now going back across here. Now Mitch out the back line here. Devakolo gets driven out though. Good tackle made by Caleb Clark, who wants the ball. He's not getting it as well. And also White Ferns, a dominant position in the Pakistan match. If they big win Amish, they have an outside chance of qualifying for the semis. That is true. If they can somehow do it and see maybe a closest or closet Grego fan in there and see if, as though we have to put you through the trauma and what to the odds for him to score a try. I'd assume if it's anything like everyone else in that match, it'll be somewhere along the lines of about maybe $2.25, somewhere around there, I think. Somewhere around there. If they are, they're slight underdogs. So $2.25, I'll say. I don't really know odds though that well. And also said, just don't tell chat that Chuck and Jay sent you. And this is Jay. And also we'll go there. What's you talking about, Indian YouTuber? Can you repeat as well? He's going. So pretty much there was a guy who was doing a rugby match. Like, I don't think he's actually showing the rugby or anything like that. It's just pretty much the scoreboard. And there's no commentary. But he's got a picture of a women's Super Rugby player in New Zealand for this men's match at the moment. Oh my God, Aaron Smith, I can only do so much. And this is Alice revealed. Let's show the Highlanders. They need help from the rest of the side. It looks like Jermaine Ainsley at the moment. They're sitting there on the front row. They're playing Sweet Caroline at the ground. And the Zoo is loving it at this stage. But Kurt Eklund now 5 meters out from the line are going to be going for the lineup. It's good to see that they have got the crowd back for this match stolen by the Highlanders. And now around the side, Gareth Evans with a good attack and run. Now Smith around the side goes off to Shannon Frizzell. Good carry forward by Hoskins, a 2-2. Trying to stop him. He has to release him though. Now still available. Smith plays that quickly. He was lined up there by Sam Derry. He's having a bit of a push on him as well. And not too happy there, Sam Derry. And also some Kiwi women can pass his men though. And then Highlanders, please score try. They are getting closer and closer. Smith back across. It's going to be another advantage. Josh Dixon getting close. Smith fires it back to Mitch Hunt now. Cut out pass. Sam Gilbert going into the try line. And tell you what, he had to score it because he went himself. And he has got in there. And the Highlanders do score themselves their first try of the match now. And we will add that to the try scorers list. But they are now back in this game. The Highlanders try scorers. Here we go. And it is going to be Sam Gilbert who was able to score it. And that was in the 48th minute. But that will help them out big time. If they get this kick over, they will be within 7, which is huge for them at this stage. And also, I wouldn't say that to their face, though, or their face, though, I'll probably get beaten up. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm looking at pretty hard, I would think. And also, by the way, how much if you check out Grego, you'll know why the name Lacey is often, I see. So I'll be putting the puzzle pieces together there. These Highlanders score once more, says Chris Kishan. And I always wondered what happened to Highlanders Lima Sapawanga, currently in France. He did end up signing for the Wasps. I think it was considered the worst signing in Gallagher Premiership history at one point in time, unfortunately. But after that, he did end up going to France, and now he's doing quite nicely for, I believe he's at Stade Francais. If I'm not wrong, one of those sides, maybe Toulon, in fact. And also Lacey in there says, and also we have got there from Lower Logan, and also, Hamish, do you have winning, or who do you have winning, Crusaders or Chiefs? I think it's a pick 'em game. Could go either way. Hamish, up and go Highlanders, says Alice revealed for that one as well. But currently, Mitch Hunt now lining up this kick. Can he line it up? Everyone hoping to help him. Will this ball over the try, or over the post, I should say, but starts it to the side, doesn't go over. And because of it now, 7 points difference between the two sides. And also, she the chat slap, so says Jay there. And currently the Highlanders, Aaron Smith, plenty of options. He goes straight to Mitch Hunt. Then from there, yeah, Scott Gregory was on the outside, unmarked. And Sam Gilbert went himself. Caleb Clark, actually very good effort to almost stop him from making it over the line. But it does mean now, hey, that's the exact same phase, meters gained and everything as we did it for Bowden Barrett's try. Oh, it's a good old spirit fingers. And there's, jinxed him big time there, unfortunately. But Coleman, he's off the field now for Andrew Makaleo as the first replacement. Oh, that was a hard landing for James Tucker. I think got his hand, or his head in the wrong place, I should say. Now, Andrew Makaleo getting driven backwards by big Dalton Pavali, who's been bulking up over the offseason again. He seems to just keep on building up his mass and muscle. That's a game on, it certainly is. Currently only the 7 points between the two sides, I should say there. And doesn't do... If anything, it just jinx people, doesn't it? Aaron Smith puts up the box kick. It only goes a metre. And now Sam Knock wrestled down this, getting very close here for the Blues. Rico Ioane plays halfback. There for that one. Looks like he's going to be playing it again while Sam Knock does get back to his feet. Nicely done by Ioane. Maybe got a future at number 9 if he wants it. And also, Grego needs to shave the beard off. He's looking a bit tired and out of date. I mean, I probably can't comment too much on beards and whatnot. Ball popping up. Nicely taken by Aaron Smith. Only a metre short of line. Great work from Bryce Heem. Muscling him up. And now it will be a 5 metre scrum here for the Blues. And like they say in the shambles for the Highlanders, they just didn't really look set at all. And we're always getting forced onto the back foot here. Big Tom Robertson got the hands on the ball. He was almost able to catch it. That's how quick his reflexes were. And Sam Knock got lined up. Peter fed a little chip of mind. Hoskins Atutu was after it. Then got back to his feet. Aaron Smith wrestled down by, it was the number 12, Bryce Heem. And it looks like Josh Dixon's got some sort of injury to his ankle. At this point in time, they're going to need a lot more tape. But it looks like, and it's actually the wide tape that they're bringing out. So that means that it's probably more than likely going to take a little while to patch up for him. But the next game that we are covering on the channel, it will be Crusaders versus Chiefs. And that game is kicking off in about an hour and 15 to an hour 25 or so's time. In fact, no, it is an hour and 15 minutes, which is pretty awesome. Hopefully it is going to be a very good matchup, close one as well. I don't want either side to run away with it just because I wanted to go down to the wire. Where's the ball and where? Says the Cats are the best. So it's going to be a 5 metre scrum here for the Blues. So the ideal position, I guess you could say, for them. Currently now 51 minutes through this game, and the bags under the ice are a crack up. And there as well, says Jay. Again, I probably can't comment too much on it. I always look like I've been punched and I'm a panda. That's the best way to describe it. Will they score? It's a pretty good chance. At this stage, it all depends on that front row of the Highlanders, though, of whether or not they can try and drive their way over or get driven backwards, I should say. Marcel Renata off the field. That is for Nepo Lulala now. So they've got a good chance here. I'm looking around. Rico Ioane's the one who stands out to me because of the strapping around his head. So he's going to be third on the right-hand side. If they go to him short side, they could try Mark Talia out, see whether or not. In fact, actually, it's going to be Stephen Petafeta on that short side. Similar format to what they had for that last try that they were able to get at Bowden Barrett's. And how exciting was the finish last night with the Brumbies and the Falls? Very exciting game and very high-scoring game as well. It's gone down in the front row. Too much movement. And it's gone down, so they will be having a scrum reset. But currently now, Nepololala, they've got him at number 3. Or on the tight head side, they've got Ofa Tuangafasi at number 1. On the other side, not too bad of a front row. And then you got Eklund, I believe, still in the middle of the two. And when they replace Eklund, you're still going to have another good replacement for the Blues. In the form of Ricky Riccatelli, which I've mentioned as well. Currently now 5 metres out from the line. A good opportunity here for the Blues to try and get themselves back towards getting that bonus point for themselves. But yeah, we had 2 exciting finishes yesterday. The only game that wasn't really a close finish was probably Rebels versus Fiji and Drew. And even that at times, like it had 2 tries in 3 minutes type thing. So it was a pretty awesome one. And I was like, damn, I should have watched it. And there it says Alice revealed. Now ball being fed in. Pops out the back here. Hoskins Tutu waiting for it. At the moment, he picks the ball up, going around the side. Hoskins Tutu, he falls down backwards. Held up. No grounding. Goal line dropout. Wasn't the best plan for the Blues there. Unfortunately, when you got the pacey backline, I think you got to use it. Yeah, it worked pretty well for them off the scrum. But then from there, Scott Gregory, I think he was able to just hold him up. Yes, he was. Brilliantly done from Scott Gregory. Was able to stop him from being able to get any chance of putting that ball down. Tom Robertson just goes flying in like he was a missile. Same with Sam Derry, but neither of them able to help that ball down over the line. Now, 54 minutes into this game, the goal line dropout here for the Highlanders. Chan just trying to work out where he's going to be going with it. Does give it a good old kick downfield. And a 40 metres out, taken nicely by Stephen Petafetta with the bright pink boots. Now Caleb Clark, he's going to be running hard at the line, and he's almost going straight through, but Gregory once again has to make another important tackle going short side. Petafetta. It's wrestled down about 30 metres out now from the line for the Blues. Tutu goes himself. Let's get driven backwards, finds a little offload though to Sam Knock. Now Zahn Sullivan attacking the line. Offload back to Tucker. It seems like they're just going to keep on throwing the ball around the Blues until they can find that gap in the back line. Now little pop pass. Hoskins Tutu straightening, going forward here. Hoskins Tutu fends off. And that's going to be the try for big Hoskins Tutu. He didn't get his try before, but he just got it then. And it was Rico Ioane who was the first man to go over and celebrate with him. That will be Hoskins Tutu scoring. He made it look a little bit too easy between the sticks. And now 54 minutes into this game, it means that the Blues have got themselves another try. And that will extend their lead by just a few more points. I'm still confused as to when it's a goal line dropout and when there's a 5 metre scrum. And there's a pretty much, if it's held up, it's a goal line dropout. If it's taken back by the defending side and you take it back into your in-goal area and it's put down, then it's a 5 metre scrum. Whereas it used to be no matter what, if you put it down inside of your in-goal, I think it was also considered, or if it was held up, you had a 5 metre scrum as well. But that is the little bit of a difference currently, I believe. Also, we have got there, what do you think of Tutu? Is he a world-class 8? He's getting there. I think he's still got, like, the good news is he's got youth or youngness. Youth on his side? Yeah, that's the saying. Couldn't quite work it out for a second there. But, yeah, he's still young, so he's still got plenty of time to develop his game. But it seems like number 8 is his best position out of that loose forward trio. And then when you got Akira Ioane coming back for the Blues very soon, but Tutu, he just pierces the gap, goes straight through. Aaron Smith unable to make the tackle. Mitch Hunt, unfortunately, insult to injury, just getting fended on his forehead and pushed away. Was it a good turnover? And there as well. Says gets to the best. It was pretty much just getting the ball kicked down to them from the goal line dropout that did cause them to be able to go up and get themselves a try. But now Mitch Hunt, he will be kicking this one down, how to decide the place of a conversion kick. And there, so pretty much it's done off whereabouts you've scored. You do... How's the best way to describe it? Pretty much whereabouts you've scored is as close to being straight as you're allowed. So if you scored it right in the corner, you have to kick it from the corner. And then it's up to the kicker to decide how far back he wants to take it. And normally it's based off the angle that you want to create for yourself type thing. So you could actually, I think you can kick it from the sideline from 15 out, but it just wouldn't work because you wouldn't have that angle to work with. You'd have less chance of being able to convert it. But now for Tulipai kicks it in behind. That one's bobbled up big time. Nicely taken there by Dalton Papali with the step offload now to Sam Derry. He's put the ball down, and now it's going to be the line out. In fact, sorry, it's going to be the scrum. And also utility is the word you're looking for. I don't think it was overall, but yeah, youthful. He's still youthful at this stage. And also I thought it was a Highlanders turnover. So pretty much they held them up. And then from there, it did become the goal line dropout. They kicked it down to the Blues, and then they were able to build up their phases and score the try there for Hoskins Tutu. Currently now 14 points between these two sides. For me, it's a big moment coming up very soon. Okay, Fabian Holland, the number 19. He is going to get to make his debut. He's still young. He's quite tall. And he is going to be ready to go for this matchup as well. Geez, he is tall. Josh Jackson, he's pretty much overshadowing him for his height. And also we've got there, Go Blues all day. And there as well, says Jack. Okay, they've actually said that Fabian Holland, to learn English, he used to actually just listen to Justin Marshall's commentary. There you go. But now it's going to be Aaron Smith feeding the ball. And yeah, he is too flashy, in my opinion. And there says Ellis now off the back there. Gareth Evans running his way forward very nicely. Aaron Smith pierces the gap, going himself, getting closer to the line here for the Highlanders. Lynchus fires it back quickly, running straight through. Daniel Leonard-Brown gets over the line and scores it. And the Highlanders get themselves another in this match in 39-18 Blues and Chiefs all day. And there says Troy. Now we're going to add that one, but Daniel Leonard-Brown, that literally came only a little while after the last try. They'll take it, of course. But Daniel Leonard-Brown is the man who was able to score it. There we go. And that was in the, what was that, 58th minute now? Still 20 minutes left. And this is still a pick-em game between the two sides, but nicely done by Aaron Smith with a couple quick steps, get in that go forward. And then from there, Daniel Leonard-Brown, the big man at prop, has been able to run his way in for his try. And also I'm a Canes fan through and through, but it was heartwarming to see Moana Pacifica get that one. Yeah, it's huge for rugby in general, that is for sure. And the thing is, the Hurricanes, I still have confidence that they'll be able to be in the top 8. So it's nice that Moana Pacifica have got themselves that win just to give them the momentum. But the Hurricanes, I believe, will fight back. And Game On Dude says, do you remember me? Game On Dude. I think so. Was it last year's rugby, or am I thinking of someone else? Do let me know. Have you changed your name as well? Sometimes people change their names, and it does end up confusing me big time. And also Anton's brother scores. And there as well, says Sebastian. Now currently Mitch Hunt going to be lining up this kick 60 minutes into the game. And also Winners Blues versus Crusaders. That was going to be last week, but unfortunately postponed. So because of it, I believe it's going to be in about 2 or 3 weeks game start of the season. And this is Game On Dude for that one. So who is the team that you go for? Normally I remember the teams that people go for more than sometimes the people themselves. Are you Highlanders or a Blues man? Or is it neither of the two? Do let me know. Mitch Hunt lines it up. Does go over. And now the score is going to be 18 points to 25. Are we going to get to see maybe another golden point fixture between the two sides? Although we did see golden point yesterday between Moana Pacifica and the Hurricanes. And a weird trend is when you get one game of golden point, you normally get more than one. So who knows, maybe we will get to see one extremely soon as well. And now the Blues, Stephen Petafeta. I see that Bowden Barrett is still yet to make his way back out onto the field. So I would say he's either failed the HIA or they were going to be summoning him at some stage anyway. But nicely taken by Josh Dixon there just outside of the 22. Currently a Mark Talia actually staying down for a little bit longer. Kick it high there, Aaron Smith, and easy. And there as well, Alice revealed, has said the ball is bouncing favorably there. I just discovered that my brother is in the crowd of this game. Well, there you go. He'll be more than likely in the zoo partying it up with the others. It's bouncing up. Mosisi Tawai takes the catch, scores the try, and that is brilliance from the left winger. And now the Highlanders, they are back to 25-25 if they get this kick over. Mitch squashed Ben Affleck. And love him. And there as well says Rando. That is the try for Mosisi Dawai. That rhymes. Mosisi Dawai, I should say. Forgot his name for a second, even though I had just said it. But 61 minutes, that is how you turn around a game. It's kicked him on by Aaron Smith. The bounce was that nice for him. He didn't see Mosisi Dawai coming. Zahn Sullivan just sits there, waits for it to bounce. And Mosisi Dawai says, thank you very much. Team scores first, and extra time wins are always so unfair. And there's us, says Ryan. Team scores first and the extra time wins. Says, I guess you're saying it's unfair to the team who don't score because they lose, maybe. And also we have got there, I'm God. And there as well, says Allison. Also we've got there, Smith. Go get 2 tries. Or they're checking something here. Okay. You're happy, Zinny, he said. Okay, time off. They're going upstairs to check something here. Okay, so I think it's with Mark Talia staying down on his knee. Back off white, then back off blue. I think they're checking for a knock on here off kickoff, which was a good 2 minutes ago. So we go there, Brad Weber. Weber informed number 9 in the comp. He is going very nicely for himself. and we'll be playing in that next game. Right. So potential knock on they're checking for. Well, you'd argue that as a knock on. Okay. I think it is. Yeah, it is. So I think Masisi Dawai, his try is going to be cancelled. All right. You're going to have to take that try back. That was a long time ago. But we will go like that. And we will go like that. It's going to be the no try. And now they're going right back up the field. Masisi Dawai still got the thumbs up, though, and currently watching the Australian racing cars on Sky as well. What happened to Barrett? He did end up taking a bit of a knock earlier on. It ended up with an elbow on top of his head as he went down. So, yeah, he's off the field at the moment. Squash Ben Affleck and also good math. There says yes, Toya and also we look at the Owls. Scott Gregory played so far. He's been pretty good. He's been one of the informed Highlanders players. And what was that a good 5-6 phases ago? It was. But, yeah, they've gone right back to it just to check it. And the thing is, I don't even know if it was the Blues who were asking about it. I think it was more just the TMO looking for things to pull up on, which I mean is slightly unfortunate for the Highlanders, but also, yeah, it gives the Blues a good opportunity. Okay. Scrum looks like it's a little bit shaky at the moment for both sides, just trying to get it all set up nicely. I believe Corey Evans won't be too far away from getting to make his way out onto the field as well. Definitely if Bowden Barrett doesn't return out to the field. And you'll see tomorrow go the Kiwi. And yeah, who we got fighting tomorrow? I assume it's probably, who are the Kiwis we got? Dan Hooker's just fought, so it's probably not him. Is it Kaikara France? Is he going to be fighting? Or is it Israel Adesanya? No, he's not quite yet. Is he? Or is it him and Whitaker? Have they got their fight coming up now? Now ball off nicely. Now it's Big Tucker. He's got the man with him, unable to link up with Sam Knock there. Gareth Evans trying to get over the ball. Good clean out there from the Blues. They're kicking behind. It doesn't quite set up for Rico Ioane. Going to be the knock-on advantage in France. And they're, okay, Kaikara France. Who's he fighting? Do you know the name of the other guy? I'll rate both teams' performances. I'd say that both sides will be a little bit disappointed with their handling throughout this game. So they're having a shocker game. And there's says Sweet As, but it's going back for the initial knock-on and the draw. Says Lottie, if it is, we go to Golden Point once again. The second time in round 6, it's actually a trend. Like the Bunnings NBC, when you have one game that goes to Golden Point, you have a second game normally that goes to Golden Point also. Currently now, 16 and a half minutes left in this game. This is the first of 3 Super Rugby games that we are going to be covering on the channel today, ladies and gentlemen. The next game that we are going to be covering, it will be the matchup taking place between the Chiefs and the Crusaders at FMG Stadium, followed by the next match after that, the Reds taking on the Waratahs. Should be a good game. Very exciting. I'm looking forward to it. They were all very short sentences, weren't they? Yeah. I feel like I'm in a very talking mood at the moment, or talkative mood, and also Askarov, sorry. Name doesn't ring a bell, but if I saw him, I'd probably know him. And straight away from the name, I'm thinking probably, is he a grappler? Undefeated as well, stays linked up. Going to be a tricky fight. For the Kiwi, hopefully he does go all right, though. And that one, this would have been Golden Point in the TMO, or if the TMO weren't such there as well. That's a creative way of writing the word. Currently now, Highlanders making a few changes. It's going to be Aiden Johnson out on the field now. As for Leonard Brown, then also Gareth Evans, he's gone off the field. Hugh Renton has made his way out there, and then Ricky Riccatelli is going to be out there, and it is going to be for Kurt Eklund and also Russian. And it is normally very good grapplers, those boys. You just got to look as far as, I mean, there's quite a few coming up through the rankings, isn't there? I think biggest one at the moment, I can't remember his name now. I keep on thinking Islam Makachev, but I don't think he's the one that I want to say. But now passing the ball off the back there, Hugh Renton. He's done very well to still have that ball in his hands. Oscar Zatuda going for a counter ruck there for the Blues. They were just unable to get that ball back. 45 minutes. That's a lie. Where's 45 come from? 65 minutes through this game now. And Aaron Smith about to put up a box kick. Does get some nice height on it. Kicks it downfield. It goes into touch, bouncing over the head of Caleb Clark, who still wants to take it quickly, but is unable to do so in the end, as the ball just didn't quite like him too much in that situation. But currently, the bonus point would be going the way of the Highlanders if it does stay the way it is sitting currently. That disallowed try for the Highlanders, that will hurt them a little bit maybe. Depending on how it goes, nicely stolen there, knock on. Oh, it's going to be now bumping up for James Tucker, looking for the corner, wrestled down 5 meters out from the line. Ricky Riccatelli joins up. Sam Darry goes himself. Was it the best option? Looks like, are they going to use their backline? Nepololala, couple meters out from the line now. Sam Knock looks like he's wanting to go to the short side, or does he? I think they've got to use their backline here. As close as they are to the line, I feel like the Highlanders will be causing a lot of issues right next to it. But now an offside advantage. Looks like Big Tom Robertson passes it up to Hoskins. 2-2 going down meter shorter line. With that advantage, you might as well sling it back. Stephen Perafetta straight through and scores the try. And the Blues score themselves another. At the moment, if they get into the right position, they can certainly score tries in a hurry. And this time, it is none other than Stephen Perafetta who was able to score it. He's just very calm at all times. He's very zen, I guess you could say. He doesn't look like he's panicked at all. Just went, there's a gap there. I'll just run through it. There we go. Straight through the gap, scores a try. And now Perafetta has helped get aside just a little bit more of a lead there. And go Highlanders, please score in there. And that wasn't, would have been, oh no, I read that one. And also, who do you reckon Landers? Or do you reckon Landers will close the game? It's a tricky one because at the moment, the Blues are starting to find their momentum. They're starting to find gaps very quickly. Anytime the Highlanders make a mistake, they're making them pay for them. I mean, that was all from James Tucker, who was able to get the interception. And when you've got a lot getting an interception, that tells you maybe your backline just wasn't quite quick enough at that point in time. Now, 67 minutes into the game. And now Stephen Perafetta, he's 1 from 1 tonight. Doesn't miss too many, which is why he'll probably miss this one because I've tried to jinx him accidentally. I mean, straight out in front. Should have been going over, and it does indeed. So now the score, it is going to be 32 to the Blues, 18 to the Highlanders. There's a few people who have painted themselves blue. Wonder how long that will take to come out. Because I know that we did a paint party at school because someone in our class won one. And, like, I know it was a pain to try and get the paint off because they used the wrong type of paint. So as you can imagine, painting your hair and then trying to separate each strand of hair and get all the paint off was not a fun process. Like, it was all right for me because I had short hair at the time, but the girls, they were bawling because they were pretty much having to rip their hair out to try and get all the paint out. So I don't know whose idea it was to have a paint party, but I don't think there'd be another one anytime soon. There's going to be a knock on there from Sam Darry. Not having the best game since making his way out onto the field here. Another little mistake made by the big man, but turnovers conceded 17 for the Blues. I think they will lose the game here. And there says Allison handling here, 7 by the Blues, 5 by the Highlanders. A lot for an indoor stadium, but time of the opposition 22. 12 minutes added up between the two sides. By the looks of it, Jordan Lay now making his way out onto the field. He looks very happy to be there at the moment, Jordan Lay. And big opportunity here for the Blues. And alongside him, I believe there's a couple other guys who aren't too far off getting to make their way out there. One of which being the replacement halfback, who we'll get to see a little bit later on. We have also got there kia ora as well. This game on, dude. Do let me know who you think will be winning this game. Will it be the Highlanders or will it be the Blues? Can the Blues hold out? Is probably the big question here. They've got a 14-point lead and 12 minutes to work. Highlanders will score, says Kishan there. And also, no, they won't. And there says game on, dude. It's a strong prediction for that one. But currently now 11 minutes left. Pushing hard. It's going to be Falau Fakatawa. Feed the ball in quite nicely there for himself. And they have decided to replace Smith, I should mention, with Fakatawa. Running straight through here. Frenan Vahakolo finds the offload to Gregory. He was nailed in that tackle by Zahn Sullivan. Now quick recycle ball. Shannon Brazil drops the arm into Mark Talia. Going back across Andrew Makaleo. Still holding on to it here for the Highlanders. The crowd are getting behind the Blues. And there is this game on Dunedin Blues to close it out with a bonus point try. Now the advantage in favour of the Highlanders. Still sitting 5 metres out straight in front of the post. It's a big carry forward from, I believe it was Jermaine Ainsley. It's the drawing pass. Sam Gilbert goes himself. Man, he doesn't like passing, does he? But that's going to be the try. And Sam Gilbert gets a second. That is going to be a good try there for the Highlanders. Sam Gilbert scores it in the 70th. And every time we think that they're out of this match, they just fire back with another try. And also we've got that Crusaders match in there as well. And we are going to be covering that one on the channel also. That was a huge hit on Scott Gregory from the side from Zahn Sullivan. but it wasn't enough to stop him in the end. Go Highlanders, says Kishan there. And also, what match do you think will the Highlanders win? I think they'll definitely win up against the Australian sides, a majority of them, but New Zealand derbies, something's telling me maybe up against either the Highlanders, or sorry, not the Highlanders, the Chiefs or the Hurricanes are the two that I'm thinking. And also we have got there the Highlanders. The Highlanders will score once more, says Kishan. And if they do, if this kick goes over, we will be going maybe to Golden Point in this matchup. Vilamata Karoi, he is out on the field, and I believe that would be for more than likely for Tuli Paya, if I had to guess, but they will show up very soon. Mitch Hunt, 3 from 5 today. I feel like if you are one of the people in the zoo and behind the kicking posts, you'd stop with the fingers, because it seems like the fingers are the thing that are jinxing Mitch Hunt currently. Oh, I see a Thomas Umaga Jensen in the background. Oh no, Connor Garden Bishop and also Thomas Umaga Jensen are now doing the fingers. Now everyone is doing the fingers. I should mention the fingers is this, not the fingers that you are thinking of. So now Mitch Hunt, if he misses this at all, Thomas Umaga Jensen and also Connor Garden Bishop's fault. Can he get it? He does get the one straight down the middle. So now the score is going to be 25 points to the Highlanders and 32 to the Blues. And also I like Kuroi in there. Says Alice Reveld. And also I'm glad New Zealand women have done very well in maybe their last game of the World Cup. And also we look at that put your bloody fingers down, says Alice Reveld. Well, that one as well. But the Highlanders in attendance, they are loving it at the moment. I lost my Discord account. How did you manage that? Was it like forgotten password or something? Pokemon lover, do let me know. Now it's kicked off. It's going to be over the top, taken nicely by Vakolo. Flings the ball back on the inside. Risky. Just on that one with the no-look pass, hoping for the best. Now it's going to be Fabian Holland gets up. Currently the Highlanders, they are only sitting a few meters out from their own 22. Go Highlanders in there, and who will win between Chiefs and Crusaders? It's a very much so 50-50 for myself. I think the Crusaders, a no non-verified account. And there it says Pokemon Lover. And also Smith will make it a draw. And there says Lottie, although he has been taken off the field. So Fakatava will have to make sure that he works hard for them and at the later stages of this game. But now passing it back across Sam Knock. Going first carry for Jordan Lay. Protected nicely by Nipol Olala for it. Now fire back. Stephen Petafetta puts up the box kick. I'm looking through at the back line. It looks like Mark Talia will be the leading chaser of that one. Vilamana Karoi running it sideways, trying to pierce his way straight through. Has run straight at Nipol Olala. Been able to make the tackle. Fakatava going off to Dixon. Hunt on the outside to Guerreri. Now a little bit of space opening up down the wing for Sam Gilbert. Straightens with the run. Makes his way forward. I think San Sullivan might have just broken his arm. Or he's hurt himself badly anyway. Looks like he's in a lot of pain. So that means that they are playing with 14 men at the moment. This is the perfect time to not kick this one in behind if you allow Fakatava, because they've got the advantage. No, not the one finger salute. Yeah, nah. It was instead the spirit fingers, I think they call it, isn't it? San Sullivan does not look too good. Or is that Rico? Oh, it's Sam Knock. Brutal by the referee. He was like, we're carrying on. It's the halfback. And also, can I have an email address to get a new one that no one has used for Discord? And he says, Pokemon Lover, you're probably better off just creating a new Gmail, to be honest. Would be the easier way. Like, just have what your normal email is and add a 1 on the end or something like that, and then you'll be able to do it. At the moment, I believe that is Tofu. Or is it Funaki Tofu? I think it's the name. Something along those lines. He's out on the field now. And also, come on, says Alice Revell. But now the Highlanders, they've got this line out from the 22. Sam Nockey's getting taken off the field. Robinson off the field now as well for Adrian Choate. And also Sam Headnock. And there's, I think he ended up tackling on the wrong side, didn't he? But Funaki replacing Sam Knock at this point in time. Now only another 6.5 minutes left. What can these guys do off the bench? The super subs, I don't think they've gone to Corey Evans yet, which is a bit unfortunate for him. But everyone in that back line is doing their job currently, you'd argue, for the Blues. In fact, I don't know. You'd probably say Rico Ioane was probably the most quiet of that back line, which is a sentence that is not normally said. Now, Andrew Makala, I am concerned with his line-out throwing. It's worked out, though, and they have been able to get a Shannon Brazil now firing the ball back. Someone's dropped a globe. What is that on the field? Just looks like, okay, Sam Knox kicked it away. Or, no, it wouldn't be Sam Knox. He is concussed. So probably someone else, I think it was Sam Gary. Now wide cut out pass. It's drifted forward though. And James Lynch is not going to be able to score that try, but it was close for the Highlanders. 6 minutes left in this game. It's going down to the wire, ladies and gentlemen. The next game that we will be covering on the channel, it will be Crusaders versus Chiefs. And that will be starting very soon in less than an hour. And we will be starting that one at about, I think it's either, is it 6:55 or 6:50? I think it might be 6:50 that we do start that one. But yeah, drifting forward out of the hands there of Fatuli Paya. James Lynch, he knows how important that one could have been for the Highlanders. So yeah, Mosisi Tawai might have been the man who went off the field for the Highlanders, and that was the replacement of Vilimoni Kuroi. Sam Gilbert is still out there. I thought that man was standing on the chair because he looked extremely tall, but it's just the camera angle, or he is just that tall. But now, so there's some sort of injury stoppage here once again for Ricky Riccatelli. Mike Fraser is such a selective ref. And as Alice revealed, currently, Rick Ioane and Caleb Clark just having a bit of a conversation. Those two, that's the thing, if they win the scrum, they are certainly quick enough to be able to run out the back line and also come on Blues. And there says everyone currently, only another 5 minutes left for them. They can handle it. They will be able to get themselves the win. But the Highlanders, they want their first win of the Super Rugby season. If this game goes to Golden Point, the Zoo will certainly be getting their money's worth for that one. That guy looks like he's asleep. Is he okay? He looks like he was obviously. Highlanders mascot actually has dreads. I didn't realize that. I didn't actually realize the Highlanders mascot was an actual person, I guess. And I was like, oh, I'm back, says Betty Wagon. Welcome back. And hi, Hamish, says David Amon. Welcome in, mate. Hope you are doing well. Hope you're excited for Crusaders versus Chiefs just around the corner. Going to be a good game. Now, Funaki going to be feeding in this ball here for the Blues, just trying to get it to roll forward just a little bit more. It's a good push there from the Blues. They've got the advantage now. Funaki's got it at the back. Now Zahn Sullivan slings it out wide. Lands a Stephen Perafeta, does the skip pass. Out to Caleb Clark. Now Pearson nicely on the inside. They made their way all the way up to halfway here. And also, hi, David. And there as well. Hi, dude, I believe that would be from Blue Diamond or Blue Diamond. Hopefully I pronounced that. I'll pronounce that correctly. Tell you what, that was a shocking moment, wasn't it? Now going down to Vilimoni Kuroi now. Puts the kick up high. The advantage was over. Now sits up nicely for Stephen Perafeta going back across. Zahn Sullivan looking for the touch line. Nicely taken by Sam Gilbert, who now looks like he's going to be firing a kick of his own back. Can he get the 50-22? Can he get the bounce of the ball? It's taken nicely, though, by Zahn Sullivan. Now looking on that left boot, kicking it way downfield. It's a spiral kick, and it hasn't found touch there. Now 50 metres out, the Highlanders going for their counter-attack. Now Scott Gregory working hard here for the Highlanders, getting closer and closer to being able to get themselves over the try line maybe once more. Andrew Makaleo protecting that ball nicely. Shannon Frizzell, little pop pass up to the number 17. This one, Aidan Johnson, he's tackled by Hoskins, and also we've got there, let's hope our Chiefs do it again. And there it says Patty, and also, are you going to stream Reds versus Waratahs? I am indeed. So that will be the last game of Super Rugby for this round and also of the weekend that we will be doing for the Super Rugby competition. But now Fakatawa goes across for Fatuli Paya. Good attacking run. Flat from Fatuli Paya. It's an advantage to the Highlanders. The crowd are enjoying that one. And now passing it back across Shannon Frizzell. Vilimoni Kuroi. Tackled hard by Dalton Bubbly. They go back for the penalty. I'm looking for a new update on Plants vs Zombies and come on the lander, says Drew. Currently, 3 minutes left. The Highlanders are going to be looking for a corner. Sorry, I'm back. I just went to place my Chiefs bet. And this is Aiden. So you better hope they win. That is for sure. But currently, this game's very close. 25 points to 32. I'm just going to have a quick look at something here. A moment. There we go. Less than 3 minutes left in this game. I Aiden in the net. And there from David. Mitch Hunt kicking it for the corner. They want to get this rolling ball right here for the Highlanders. The Reds will destroy the Waratahs. It's a decent prediction, although the Waratahs have gone pretty well this year, I've noticed overall. Currently now, time off for that one. 77 minutes in, only a couple minutes left now. Corey Evans, he's going to come out with a couple moments left, replacing Zahn Sullivan. So Zahn Sullivan, I think they said that he was cramping, so that's why he has had that last minute replacement on. Good, thanks, Brandon. How are you, mate? There's but now Josh Dixon couple of the calls ready to go here for the Highlanders. This is an intense little moment here. We've seen one game on New Zealand Super Rugby this round already go to golden point. Could this be a second? Andrew Makaleo at the back. Good defense here from the Blues to stop it from creeping forward too much. But now still continuing to build here for the Highlanders. Still 5 meters out. They've been told to use it once. It's at the back there. Falau Fakatava's taking it off to the short side. Passes it out there. Backline. Mitch Hunt drops ahead. He's a good tackle on him though. 5 meters out. Now Aiden Johnson. It was a little bit behind him, but he's done well to take that one. Adrian Choke trying to get back to his feet as well. We're up to 78 minutes now between these two sides. Ball recycled quickly there. It's dropped. And he's dropped the ball there, Hugh Renton. And also this will be a final score. Says Kishan there, and it looks like now the Blues are looking to kick this one downfield as far as they can. A little bit of a counter ruck there. They need to make sure they don't give away a penalty, though. That would be a big mistake. But now they're looking to close out this one. By the looks of it, this is quite bold from the Blues. I believe because the Highlanders, they'll be looking to get right into this breakdown. Try and turn this ball over. Funaki now fires it back. It's a rough pass to Stephen Perafeta. But now it's opening up. Bryce Eam. He's got some space. And he's got Rico Ioane flying up on the inside. He gives it back to the Highlanders. And they have now got this ball 40 metres out from the line. Philemoni Karoi off to Gregory. Counter-attack here for Tuli Paya. Linking up now with Vahakolo. He goes into touch. Caleb Clark holding the ball on him. By the looks of it, he's just giving him a nice hug for that one. But now the Blues, they have got themselves a line-out throw. Vahakolo just ran out of space down the wing. And one thing that he will probably want to incorporate into his game just a little bit more is finding passes. Just it. And there's this Austin. In 1 minute's time, it will be uploaded on the Super Rugby YouTube channel. So you will be able to see the highlights of this matchup. But we've only got 30 seconds left in this match. So, yeah. So you're probably going to get a little bit more, I guess, coverage from the highlight side of it rather than just the last 30. We have got there, Sam wants more, says Brandon, and there as well. And also we've got that sub-average. The Blues are so annoying. 5 minutes to play. They kick the ball straight to the Highlanders, as I said, Sharp Brain there. And also that will do it, I think. Yeah, now just going for this rolling maul. They've been told to use it. Ricky Riccatelli fires it back to Funaki. Now Hoskins, a 2-2, driven backwards in the tackle. The Highlanders still putting in a last-minute fight. They've had two men just get added to the breakdown, trying to go for the counter. They're waiting for the siren, and I believe now the Highlanders, this is do or die. They need to get on the ball. It's what they tried to do. Kicked into touch by Perafeta, and the Blues win the game 32 points to 25. And what was a close finish between these two sides. But the Highlanders, they get themselves a bonus point there. Caleb Clark, he had a very good first try of the match. He gets a little tap on the head there from James Tucker. And also we have got there, Highlanders had their chances. Geez, how many chances do they need? And this is Sharp Brain. Well, they won, although to be fair, it's a lot closer than a lot of people anticipated for this game. I know that 13 plus was the favourite option, so they've done well, the Highlanders, to get it as close as they did. The Blues, they'll be a little bit disappointed with the easy tries that the Highlanders get throughout that one. So there is improvement to be made from both sides, not just the Highlanders in this one. And once again, the Highlanders disappoint. And then I think I saw Barrett playing for the Blues. It was Bowden Barrett, although now I think he's injured, unfortunately, so he's not going to be about for a little while. And yes, sir, says Dylan for that one as well. But Aaron Smith, a happy man at the moment, even though his side lost. They did put up a pretty good fight. The Blues won in there. Yes, they did indeed. Cale Clark looking like a lost donkey. This is how this revealed. The Blues win. Escussion, they do indeed. 32 points to 25. Full-time score between these two sides. But nonetheless, our next live stream, I believe we've got about 25 to 30 minutes or so before the next one starts. Our Crusaders can win today. And there's his Sharp, and also Kiwi Lad, says Brandon. And they're welcoming once again to everyone who is new. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe, as we have got the next live stream, like I mentioned, Chiefs versus Crusaders. And then after that, we are doing the match between the Reds and the Waratahs, which will be starting at around 9:45 p.m. New Zealand time, with the IPL a little bit later on. Not a tight game, but a winner's win. Exactly right. And why some kicks are charged and some aren't. And there says Ryan, I think it depends on the way that they kind of step. So as soon as you step, if you feel that you have got a decent chance of being able to make their way towards being able to charge it down, you're allowed to run as long as you leave after they've made that little movement, if that makes sense. And sometimes if the kick's too far out, people just go, we can't quite get to him. And New Zealand Women's won by 71 runs. Decent. Oh, does that put them into fourth currently? Or are they still a little bit further behind? I'm going to have a look at the table. Also, I'm looking for the Rugby Sevens World Cup on next weekend. And also, how's it, Kiwi lads? Hope you are well. Doing very well. Thank you, Barry. Hope you are well. also. And Hamish, can the Crusaders win? It's going to be a close game. I feel like both sides are going to be doing very well. Who stood out for you, Hamish? I'd say for the Blues, probably Caleb Clark. He had a very good game. Overall, also Hoskins, the 2-2 at 8, was very impressive. Then for the Highlanders, I'll probably give it to Scott Gregory. He seemed to be a very capable player out there. And then if they had to pick a forward, I don't know whether or not there were too many forwards that really, really stood up for them. Daniel Leonard-Brown scoring a try was a pretty nice one. Also, I'm just going to check the table for the cricket standings. New Zealand are still in 6th with their points differential not quite being enough to take them into the top 4. As I'm not sure yet. Hopefully it does. So pretty much we need England and India to both lose extremely badly for New Zealand to have half a chance of making their way through. But if they lose extremely badly, more than likely Bangladesh. Oh, no, sorry, they are down a little bit too far. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it does end up going for them there. But nonetheless, that is going to be the end of this live stream. If you guys did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Like I mentioned, we're going to be back for Crusaders versus Chiefs in only about half an hour's time, but we will see you all for that one. The bookies heavily favour the Blues. They are seldom wrong in their result, although I guess they did manage to get themselves the win at the end of the day, although it's not as comfortable as a lot of people thought that it was going to be. The Forsyth Barr Stadium, the Zoo, did help them out a little bit. Anaru said, thanks, bro, for commentating or commentary. Go Blues. And we are going to be back for the next New Zealand derby in only about 30 minutes' time. But thank you all very much for tuning in. Also, check out the Kiwi Lads Sport, which is the pinned comment. We will be having plenty more rugby, cricket, everything over on that channel. So be sure to check that out also. But nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning in, and I will see you all for the next